youth, infrastructure crumbling, public trust eroded, and hope dimming in the eyes of our people. We're told that the recovery would take a generation, but I knew something our critics did not know. I knew the resilient spirit of the Ghanaian people. At the dawn of the new year, I stand before you to say our beloved nation Ghana is rising again. We've accomplished a lot together in the past 12 months through prudent management and difficult but necessary reforms. We've reduced inflation from the distressing levels above 23% by the end of 2024 and are hopeful to end 2025 with inflation at single digits of just above 5%. We have achieved relative currency stability and on track to be ranked among the best performing currencies in the world for 2025. We're accelerating economic growth and creating more opportunities for our young people. We've restored business confidence and have seen a significant increase in both domestic and foreign direct investment. We've restored Ghana's credibility with our international partners, successfully completed the renegotiation of our debt obligations on terms that protect our sovereignty while at the same time ensuring sustainability. We're beginning the process of exiting the IMF program with dignity, not as supplicants, but as partners. Our young people are Ghana's greatest assets. We're beginning to see significant growth in sectoral performance. Construction, manufacturing, agriculture, and services are showing very strong growth. This is creating a new opportunity for decent employment for our youth. Infrastructure is the backbone of development. We have begun the rehabilitation of over 2,000 kilometers of roads nationwide. We've restored a consistent supply of electricity and are expanding the rural electrification network to more than 1,000 additional communities. My countrymen and women, Ghana's image on the international stage has been positively boosted by our well-acclaimed reset agenda. This reset involves a new way of looking at things both domestically and globally. Domestically, our reset agenda is seeing a resurgence of faith in our democracy. It is delivering a leaner and more efficient administration. It is yielding greater accountability in government and a re-energized fight against corruption.
Now, the Trade Union Congress, TUC, and the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission have urged calm amid public concerns over the recent electricity tariff adjustment, which took effect yesterday, assuring workers and the public that stakeholder consultations are still ongoing. Water tariff has gone up by 15.92%, while electricity has also seen an increment of 9.86%. In a joint statement, the two bodies acknowledged anxieties about the impact of utility prices on households and workers, but emphasized that all decisions remain within the established regulatory framework. Some more here, and the overlord of Boko, Zugran Asigri Abugrago Azoka II, has urged calm and the restoration of peace in Boko to enable the area to return to the path of development. He spoke at the annual Samampede Festival.
The Samampede Festival is celebrated by the Kusasi ethnic group to mark the end of the harvest season. It is a time when the people offer sacrifices to their ancestors and the gods for a successful farming season and guidance throughout the year. Introduced 38 years ago, the Samampede Festival has become a key event on the calendar of the Kusok traditional area, where people gather annually to showcase their rich culture and traditions. Boko has, for some time now, experienced a surge in violence due to the prolonged chieftaincy conflict. Ahead of the celebration, the Ghana Armed Forces and the police service beefed up security presence to restore order. This year's Samampede Festival was held under the theme Effective Enforcement of the Law, the Key to Sustainable Peace. Delivering his address, the Bokonaba Zugran Asigri Abugragu Azoka II urged residents to embrace peace to bring an end to the violent hostilities. The age-long Boku chieftaincy conflict has claimed many lives and destroyed property. Emmanuel Bombandi, the chairman of the occasion, urged all ethnic groups in Boku to return to peaceful coexistence.
This is now the moment. This is the time to unite, all of us without exception, all of our ethnic groups in the Kusal traditional area, to ensure that we benefit from the revitalization fund, from the initiatives of social integration, and for the prospects.
Following the devastation caused by the conflict, the government has announced a 1 billion cedis revitalization fund to support reconstruction, infrastructure, healthcare, among others. Speaking on behalf of the President, Johnson Asiedu Nketia, the national chairman of the National Democratic Congress, reiterated the government's commitment to restoring peace in Boko.
The Mahama-led administration is clear and unequivocal in its conviction that sustainable peace demands a deliberate and careful balance of firm enforcement of the law, sincere dialogue, impartial justice, and fairness in the exercise of authority. This balanced approach.
TV3 News, Castro Signala, Boko.
Now, while fireworks lit up the skies and watch night services filled churches across Ghana, a quieter yet deeply profound celebration was unfolding in our hospitals. As the clock struck midnight and Ghana officially ushered in 2026, the new year was welcomed with a cry of a new life at the 37 military hospital. Here is Christian Ojo Oka's report.
Just minutes into the new year, the maternity wards of the 37 military hospital came alive with the first cries of 2026. For the doctors, midwives and nurses on duty who worked to ensure the safe delivery of the babies, the crossover into the new year was a busy one for them. While many were celebrating elsewhere, healthcare workers remained at post, providing critical care, monitoring labor and ensuring safe deliveries for mothers and their newborns.
Today we have a total of 4 deliveries. 3 CSS and then 1 normal delivery. Out of the 4 babies, we have 2 being females and 2 being males. To add up to the joyous occasion, you have a new person joining families. I'm sure the families are super excited. We, the nurses, we count it as more of a blessing.
For these mothers, the long wait has ended, replaced by tears of joy and deep sense of peace. It was a celebration of new beginnings as families gathered to admire the newest additions to their lives. Among the new mothers was Na, experiencing motherhood for the first time. Still emotional after delivery, she spoke of her excitement at welcoming her baby at the very dawn of 2026.
I've been waiting for so long, but my expected date of delivery should have been 14th January. But fortunately for me, I had my baby today, being New Year Day, and I think it's such a blessing. This new baby has taught me strength, and then faith, and then resilience. And right now my focus is on resting more, bonding with my baby, and then embracing the journey of motherhood. And I'm also grateful to the medical team too. I've already named her, I'll call her testimony.
As Ghana embarks on the journey of 2026, these newborns stand as living reminders of hope, promise, and possibility.
We stay on hospitals, and officials of the Southtown District Hospital at Sogakope have raised concerns over the growing number of mothers who abandon their babies after delivery due to their inability to pay the hospital bills. This worrying situation came to light during a visit by a Christian-based non-governmental organization, My Help, Your Help Foundation, which intervened by settling the medical bills of over 100 nursing mothers at the facility.
The Southtown District Hospital, established in 2002, is located along the Accra-Lome-Lagos Trans-Ecowas Highway and serves a population of approximately 130,000 people within the municipality and surrounding communities. The hospital has 7 delivery rooms in its labor ward and records close to 200 deliveries every month. Despite its critical role, the hospital continues to face serious challenges with unpaid medical bills, particularly from women who come to the facility to give birth. According to hospital authorities, some mothers, overwhelmed by the financial burden, abandon their babies after delivery. Speaking during the visit by the My Help, Your Help Foundation, the head of administration at the hospital, Samuel Omega, revealed that in such unfortunate cases, the abandoned babies are referred to the Department of Social Welfare for care and protection.
We have not less than 100 persons who are owing bills on our records. Sometimes some people will say, okay, I'm going to do a scan in Ho or elsewhere and come back, and they never come back again.
In a show of compassion and support, the foundation paid the outstanding hospital bills of 100 mothers on admission, amounting to 70,000 Ghana cedis. The foundation also made an additional donation of 10,000 Ghana cedis to support a 54-year-old woman currently battling cancer. President of the foundation, Nicholas Kofi, said he was deeply moved by the increasing financial hardships faced by mothers after childbirth.
Many women in Ghana face significant financial difficulties when giving birth, so it could lead to maternal death or child mortality rate. This is in line with our Christian objective of sharing and spreading love and giving hope to the needy and the less privileged in society.
Some of the beneficiary mothers expressed their gratitude to the foundation, describing the intervention as a timely relief that has restored their hope and dignity.
We saw on health, and the Minister for Gender, Children and Social Protection, Dr. Agnes Namomulate, also paid visits to the Lekma Polyclinic in Unwa as part of her New Year visitations to children and other vulnerable groups.
Other places the minister visited include the Osu Children's Home, Junior Girls Correction Center in Osu. She paid medical bills for the newborn babies and other sick persons, and also donated sanitary products and other medical supplies. She donated sanitary items and undisclosed amount to the orphanages. She further donated sanitary items and undisclosed amount to the correctional center as well.
Good boys and girls to have a better future. As you know, the President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, has very good plans for all of you. So he wants you to grow in a very healthy environment and be great, so that you can take over leadership of this country. And then when we are all very old, we know that the country is in safe hands.
Now, while many Ghanaians spend the holidays with family and friends, emergency service personnel across the country remain on active duty, working around the clock to keep lives and property safe. Judith Brown has the rest of the story.
Imagine spending your holidays at work while others relax and celebrate at home. Well, that's the reality for frontline workers across the country who can't but make the sacrifice for the greater good. From police patrols on major highways to firefighters on standby, health workers attending to patients in emergency rooms, and even journalists keeping you up to speed on your television, the holidays are busy periods for essential service providers. From emergency units to maternity wards and trauma centers, doctors, nurses, midwives, and paramedics are spending the holidays on duty, attending to road traffic accident victims, medical emergencies, and critical cases.
Yeah. Cake, baby.
It's evident that the festive season often comes with an increase in emergencies, including accidents, alcohol-related cases, and complications from existing health conditions. For many healthcare workers, the holidays mean long hours away from family, driven by a commitment to save lives and care for the sick. At the 37 Military Hospital, staff are placed on rotational shifts to ensure continuous service delivery despite the demands of the season.
On an occasion like this, you find people with their families, but then we also get the time to share this occasion with new babies, new families, with additions, with all the smile and what have you.
Meanwhile, the Ghana Police Service and the Ghana National Fire Service have also deployed personnel nationwide to support safety and emergency response during the festivities. For journalists, it's a sacrifice made to keep viewers up to speed on the issues that matter, even if it's at the expense of a relaxing holiday.
With the end of 2025, a wave of optimism is sweeping through the Bono East region. Residents are pointing to a stabilized economy and a cooling off of...
As celebrations continue, it's important to appreciate the sacrifices of frontline workers and to use emergency services responsibly. Their presence, they say, remains vital to ensuring a safe, healthy, and interesting holiday season for all. Judith Brown, TV3 News.
And that's all for the morning news here on New Day on TV3. My name is Beatrice Edu. Thank you very much for joining us on the program. Do continue with us on New Day.
This is Key Points, the #1 award-winning television news analysis program, providing an enlightened analysis of the key issues facing us as a country.
The key points of the stories that matter with the people who matter.
This is Key Points. This program every Saturday, 7 a.m. on TV3 and on Free FM 92.7. TV3, first in news. days of Ghanaian television. 2000, coverage that shaped elections. 2001, home of breaking news. 2002, raising tomorrow's stars. 2003, Ghana's most trusted voices. 2004, sports that unite us. 2005, setting the pace for entertainment. 2006, Africa tunes in. 2007, Ghana at 50, we told the story. 2008, reality shows that redefined culture. 2009, news with courage. 2010, Africa's best TV station. 2011, innovation every day. 2012, elections with integrity. 2015, home of Ghana's biggest shows. 2020, in the pandemic, we stood with you. 2021, we helped you resume your regular programming. 2022, we raised the bar even higher. 2023, more shows, more fun. 2024, we showed Ghana what world-class elections coverage looks like. 2025, still #1 for news, sports and entertainment. Truly, first in news, best in entertainment. For 28 years, we've been your voice, your stage, your story. TV3 at 28 years strong, still #1.
I want to kiss him.
Bellberry.
This is really nice. I like the frills or whatever it is in
yes,
the
I love
in
it
the front,
too.
or the tassels or whatever it is.
Took it last night, checked it.
Very
I said, oh, I
creative.
really love this.
This is beautiful.
So anyway, if you want one, Bellberry is located at Shadow.
Bellberry.
Bellberry, yes.
Bellberry,
B-E-L and then B-E-R-R-Y.
Bellberry.
Yes, at just adjacent to the Shadow Golf Filling Station.
Fantastic. Yes. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
And Happy New Year to all of our viewers. It's 2 days into 2026. How are you feeling?
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
But I think what I'm noticing is whatever it is I started last year is what is informing this year. I think so. I think there were a lot of mental preparations for the year. Yes, I'm
mentally
happy about
prepared.
it. Yes, for 2026.
Anyway, I don't want to ask, but we are working, so I'll still ask. It's 2 days.
Yeah, I know. We work throughout the season, but
This one is not in my good books for this year.
Oh, please,
but
for
how
a
are you
second.
feeling? No, I will not mind him. It's 2 days into the new year.
Me?
We are working.
Oh, yeah.
So
it's been amazing. It's been amazing. I think a couple of weeks back, when we had a discussion, when we were looking at the end of the year, I was talking about the most important gift is the gift of life and good health. It's something that many times we take for granted. And over the years, it's something I'm growing to appreciate the more. I mean, if we do a lot of things that we think is very routine, like going to bed, setting your alarm and knowing that tomorrow you have to be at work at a particular point in time. But there are so many people that we know, there are so many stories that we read of people who just begin the day and never end it. There are those who don't even begin the day. And so, I mean, on the second day of the year, I just want to just thank God again for the gift of life. I think my greatest prayer for all of us and every other person watching us on TV3 this morning is for God to see us through this particular year once again. I mean, with life, I saw something on TikTok about a person's goals for the year, and some of the things, in fact, basically all the things the person wanted to achieve, not even one had been achieved. And I was telling our colleagues in the office that you have life, we go again. And so that's the most important thing, because once we don't have life, it marks the end, and we don't have the chance to try again. And so we are most grateful to God for our lives, and we ask for good health throughout 2026 and the years ahead.
Great words from Joseph. Yes, I love them. Oh, you're befriending him now?
No.
Oh, okay. Some few minutes left.
Most of us were in church on 31st night.
Yes.
And I was in Action Chapel. Good morning, Papa, Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams, and all of our friends and family in Action Chapel as well. And he made one salient point, you know. This morning feels like any other day. You don't really, there isn't anything that informs you that it's... You could write them as long as you want. But if you don't put in the work, if you don't change your attitude, if you don't change your mindset, that will make you produce those results. Listen, 31st December 2026 will come and nothing would have changed.
You know, one of the words I heard from one of our pastors also on 31st was that you do not wait for the future, you create the future. And it really changed my perspectives, meaning that if I want to have, let's say, 20 Ghana, I mean 20,000 cedis by the end of the year, I must start putting at least one CD down from today. And
so you don't wish things. You don't wish for things to happen. You work for things to happen. You plan for things to happen. You execute for things to happen. So you just don't wake up and wish goodness on you, wish money on you, wish good health on you. You just don't get up wishing for things, but you need to put in the work so that the wishes would be made manifest. And it's my prayer that this year, no matter how tough it becomes, you are self-motivated to achieve. I was listening to someone yesterday on Instagram, and he says that if you are above a certain age, he wanted to start from 40. And then he said, no, 35. You know, once you hit a certain stage in life, you don't even need motivation from anywhere.
Yep.
Your circumstances must motivate you enough to be able to do more for yourself. When you take a look at yourself, you take a look at your family, you enter a store and you're not able to buy things. There are certain things that you desire and wish for and you're not able to do it. You just cannot wish that that particular phone that you're looking for or that particular item that you saw, you just wish it into your household or into your life. You need to work for it. So hopefully in 2026, we just don't wish for things, but we push and we work for things to happen.
And I think that's what people would call discipline.
Yes.
Beyond the motivation.
Exactly. You must stay disciplined because it's really, really important for you to stay disciplined so that you can achieve your goals.
Yeah.
So I'm wishing you guys all the best, even though he's not my
wishing
best
you the very
friend
best
at
as
the
well.
moment. He's one person that I really do wish well.
Oh,
and he knows
he's
that.
feeling so lonely. Please.
Well,
give him some love, just a little bit.
And he knows that when I don't give him love, he doesn't enjoy the show. He knows it. He knows that when I don't give him love, he doesn't enjoy. But he just won't do the needful.
Apologize on, was it 30th or 31st?
Listen, apart from the wishes, Roland apologized. And even apart from the wishes, there were slides that him and I were discussing. I said, listen, when you are done, send me the slides
He didn't mind
till
it.
today.
Oh, Joseph.
I am a new creation. I think forgiveness are in order. Sorry once again. 2026 will be a better year. That's for that one, I assure you. It will be a better year for us. I mean, us and every other person, yeah?
Anyway. So this morning, we are told that Sofotanko Rashid Computer will be here. Kwame Jantwa, good morning to you, Mr. Jantwa, and Happy New Year as well. Ebu Bakman will be here. And we're just taking a look at the 2026 outlook. What should Ghanaians expect from government? That's what we are talking about this morning. Already a lot of things are in the pipeline. We are still working on the big push, right? The big push is still in progress. And last year, the Honorable Kwame Abuja, the roads minister, he embarked on a lot of road construction. We are hoping that it would continue again this year. We started the Blue Water Initiative, the fight against galamsey, and still even during the holidays, there was a clampdown on some communities, you know. I hope that continues again for this year. Experts financially are also telling us that for the first time in a long time, the city has been very stable. And during the festive seasons, it's remained, I think it's now currently at 10.5.
And to an extent that the prediction was that it will end around 15 point something.
Exactly.
And it ended at 10. It's quite interesting.
10.5. So we are hoping that that continues. What other initiatives are we expecting government to still continue? I've mentioned a number of
yes, because
them,
the big push has been on the hearts of the government for some time. And of course, the Blue initiative as well. So, I mean, dealing with the illegal mining issue and ensuring that the environment is good to help us. Yes.
And we'll be talking about the utility price hikes as well. And that's taking effect. Electricity has gone up by some 9.86% and water by 15.92%. But mentioning water, do you guys have water?
No,
Our
I don't.
taps have not been flowing for a very long
I've been
time.
buying water for
I don't
the past
know what's
months.
going on. I think it was what's the past tense of flow? The taps are flowing. It flew, flow, flown.
It depends on the context. Yes.
What
it hasn't
English
flown
again?
for a while.
It doesn't sound good in my ears.
It hasn't flown.
Yeah. For some time. How do you say that in English? Like in proper
it's
English?
not been opened.
The taps have not been flowing.
They've not been flowing,
for a while. And I don't know what the issue is. And would have just loved that maybe there was a notice or some pre-warning that water will not be flowing for some time, so we get ready. I don't know what the situation is, but I hope that is rectified.
Ghana Water Company Limited, at least be
Tell us something,
alerts,
you know. Let's know what's going on, because sometimes the ECG will do that. When lights are about to go off in certain areas, you know, they will let you know. But Ghana Water Company, there's been nothing at all. Please keep us updated
I must
and let us know.
because during the holidays, they issued a statement that they had a problem. That with the app and all of that. And I got it
I think I saw that too, that we'll not be able to buy credits.
Exactly.
Yes,
and was it a day or hours later, there was another statement that came through the app that it had been resolved. So that kind of consistent communication from the water company, which I haven't seen in a very long time, I think we should
Ghana Water Company, you can do better. Please do better. Anyway, what are we discussing for the morning?
I think because of the conversation later on, we should let our callers call in and talk to us about the expectations for the new year, particularly from government. Then we can box it with the utilities that have also gone up. And so call into the show and share with us your expectations for the new year in terms of what you expect government to deal with. I expect my roads to be fixed. The roads in my area are terrible, so terrible. You should see the roads.
Yeah, but the subsidiary road to my house also is not fixed. So as for the roads, all of us need our roads fixed.
But whilst we are talking about Ghana Water Company and talking about the taps not flowing, we must also commend them for getting with the times. You know, they don't bring the paper bills anymore. The bills on paper. Ghana Water Company does not bring those anymore. So now they link it to your phone number. So your bill,
like
yes,
ECG.
Ghana Water Company exactly is sent to your mobile phone number, and we must commend you this morning for that. I think it's a very great initiative. Over the years, if you look at the pile of paper just from Ghana Water Company, and to know that that has been scrapped, we are saving money on that side, and it's done electronically. We must commend you this morning. Now I received the text message on my phone that it's due and you have to go and pay, and it's very simple when you pay. You can even pay with Momo these days.
They actually they send you a message.
Yes,
for electricity when you have less. I mean, some. Just like 2 cedis or something.
They don't send you an alert. They don't send an alert.
The meter would actually start making noise.
Yes.
But what I love about it, at first I was using the card. Right. But now with the app, I mean, my lights can go off in the middle of the night. 1 a.m. I just wake up, sit on my bed.
You can just use mobile money. You can use your Visa card.
Technology.
I'm telling you. And that thing, how do you call that thing that you connect? The interface that you connect and
I don't know what it's called, but it's the gadget that comes with the
gadget.
I mean,
it's
my only problem with that is the token. The numbers are a lot
too long.
I mean, if you are doing it at dawn, you just get it.
I love the fact that there is also the normal battery bit. So when your lights go out and you have spare battery, you can still buy your electricity. So I mean, I've had my lights run out in the middle of the night a few times.
The way you were talking about the 2 cedis, I knew it's something.
Oh my God.
So
anyway,
nice,
that's a very good initiative. So let's see more of that in this new year. But let's talk about what your expectations are. Your very need that you want government to pay attention to for the year. I think it was in some communities last week who received electricity for the first time.
Yeah, in the Volta region.
Yes, Honorable is it Gakwe?
Gakwe, yes.
Yeah, Honorable Gakwe.
What's the name of that community again?
I want to remember. It's not coming to me right now. 4 communities
that area,
and they were super
was it
excited.
or something?
Somewhere there. Let's know what your expectations are for the year 2026. If there's an initiative that government has already embarked on that you want them to continue, let's know. If there's something that they are also missing, that their attention has not been brought to, you can bring the government's attention to it this morning for the year 2026. It's TV3 Newday. I'm here with Joseph Akable and Beatrice Abuna Edu. I am Cookie. Welcome to This Morning.
And yes, you're welcome to This Morning segment on Newday on TV3. I think we do have our first caller on the line. Good morning to you. Happy New Year to you from all of us. Tell us your name, where you're calling us from.
Good morning. Happy New Year to everybody at TV3. My name is Masoud Zakaria, calling from Offenso.
Good morning, Offenso.
What I'm looking from the government this year is we are pleading on the government to employ the trainees of 2023 graduates. We graduated from training college 2023.
Wow.
And we have not been posted. We are pleading on the government to look at the rate and then make sure that we are being employed this year so that at least we can also take care of our little brothers and sisters at home and our parents as well. We are been dependent on our parents for a very long time, and it's not good at all. At least they should have a look at it since 2023 and up to date.
Sure.
Colleges of education, this has not been posted.
All right.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It means he's a trained teacher.
Exactly, yeah.
Yes.
Whilst we wait to pick more calls, we just want to collectively say thank you to all of our guest presenters yesterday. They were phenomenal. Solomon Owusu from the morning. Abeku Santana's presentation was absolutely off the chain. And Sam George reading the news in the afternoon with Kemini. Lord, it was as though he's been here with us for a very long time. It just came to him so easy, and we must commend all of you.
Oh, Martin,
oh, yes. Thank you.
There's one of the videos of Senior Kubo I saw social media. He was asking whether can I go? I think the producers were
in his ears. Yes.
I think they are told him
now
to
they will understand us because sometimes they don't get it, Yes. And then Professor Ali Duseidu on the big issue. I think they appreciate what we do now.
Yesterday when you finished cemeteries,
now
I see you guys different.
Sometimes they don't get it. How you juggle talking, you're talking or you're speaking, and they're talking in your ear, giving you information, and it's like you don't have to pause to even listen. You are listening while speaking.
You're doing what
this job is really difficult, but thank you, all of you, our guest presenters who came through for us yesterday. It was beautiful until 4 p.m. yesterday, and we are super grateful to you. Thank you very much. Phone lines activated. Let's know what your thoughts are. Akabli, are you going to be reading messages for us? I think we are receiving some already. There's another caller on the line. I'll take that, and then we'll get to messages. Hello, good morning, and Happy New Year.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, Happy New Year to you, sir.
Many happy returns.
Your name and where you're calling us from?
My name is Sena. I'm calling from La Paz.
Senam.
Sena.
Yeah. All right, Sena, talk to us.
Okay. I want to use this opportunity to thank my MP, Honorable Jijoli Gasper. For the life he has given us.
Yes.
The name of the communities are Launshima, Mamime, Hagoji, Govino,
Sana, Gbojirai, you are 1-1. First one, Enyanuka. Launshima. Okay.
And the second one is Mamime.
Okay. Manime. And the third one?
The third one is Hagoji.
Okay.
And the fourth one is Agovinu. Oh, okay. And the fifth one is Songbe.
So five communities in total who've now received electricity.
Yes.
So I'm a
native of Mamima.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay.
I'm staying in La Paz.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. So,
but how does that make you feel, knowing that even though you live in Accra, where of course there's enough electricity, now back home your friends, your family, and your loved ones can now also enjoy electricity? How does that feel?
I'm feeling so excited, but there's one challenge.
Tell us.
That is, we only have the lights. We only have the street lights for now.
Oh.
We don't have meter to access the light in our home.
So okay.
They are still charging their phones in the nearby villages.
Right.
So we want to plead with the MP to speed up the meter process for them so that at least they can charge their phones and use their fridges as he said.
All right.
So this is my humble appeal to the MP.
No problem at all. TV3 gets results, Newday gets results, and I'm sure Honorable Gakwe, if he's not watching, other people are watching, and I'm sure everybody will come on board and make sure these communities have electricity in their homes and not just with the street lights. But congratulations to him. I think he's done well.
Initially we thought of 4.
But it's actually 5 communities.
That's great.
Yeah, 5 communities. Anyway. You also can cash out with us this morning, *439# if you're a Telecel or MTN subscriber. A number of you can win 1,000 Ghana cedis. From next week, I'll be bringing you powerful Friday bonanzas from next week. So be on the lookout for that one. But this morning, you can win 1,000 Ghana cedis. You're choosing option 2, which is the TV3 option. Follow the rest of the prompt, and then you can win for yourselves a cool 1,000 Ghana cedis. Beatrice, there's a caller on the line.
Yes, there is. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy New Year to you from us. Tell us your name, where you're calling us from.
Yeah, Beatrice. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Very well, thank you. How are you?
Oh, fine.
How are you, Alaji? How are you?
Fine. Now, what's that, Roland?
Roland is off today. You know, it's the new year.
Okay.
He's a family man, so he needs to take care of the wife and the kids. So we are just giving him the day.
How are you? I hope everybody is fine.
We are fine.
Happy New Year to you people, and happy first Friday for the new year. Let me send my greeting to Shamima Muslim and her husband Alaji Al-Hassan, and Chairman of Oso Ampofo, and First Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Benata Yafo, and Dr. Abukar Wumbi, and Chief of Staff, Honorable Julius Debra. Just send my greeting to these people. I think yesterday we enjoyed the program, so we enjoyed the program. Some like George come and give read the news, and Dr. Professor Ali Bisedu, Tamale Central MP, the host, I think he tried his best yesterday. I think all of that, and we left TV3. TV3 is the best station in this country, whether you like it or not. TV3 is the best station. So keep on doing the good thing for Ghanaians. Ghanaians will keep on praying for the TV3 to go forward. May Allah protect us and give us long life, and we will continue doing the good thing like President John Dramani Mahama, how he governed the country, and everybody praying for excellence of President John Dramani Mahama. May Allah bless us all. I thank you very much to give me this opportunity this morning. Honorable Mohammed Abdul Salam in Northern Region, Honorable Haruna Idris, just send my greeting to these people. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Alhaji. Thank you. It looks like this morning he sounds a bit different.
Yeah, he's very calm.
Yeah,
he's calm
extremely, yes.
Yeah, it's the 2026 effect. Anyway, Rhonda says, good morning, my lovely people. We made it into 2026. Yeah. Happy New Year to all of us. Happy New Year to you as well, Rhonda. And she says, I'm looking forward to the big push to take effect ASAP. Our roads are very bad in this country. Government should create more jobs. The Nkukwan Ketinketi project should also take effect, and Ghana Water should work on water, whatever they are doing, so our water can start flowing constantly. Thank you, and may God bless our homeland, Ghana. Rhonda Show sent in that one. I saw you on the kids' 31st night. Rhonda, Happy New Year. Everything that you're praying for, I pray you receive this year in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
About some money. Good morning to you as well. I didn't see you in church, but I'm sure you were there. Happy New Year to you. It was somebody. You've got messages?
Yes, there's a message from Simon Yang Wa. He says, a beautiful morning to you, Beatrice, Cookie, and Akable. Beatrice, I'm really wondering if the PRC is on the same planet Earth with us. In spite of the marginal gains in the Ghana cedi, reduction in fuel and foodstuff prices, and even the removal of the COVID and e-levies, the PRC has continuously increased utility prices and keeps calling on Ghanaians to endure it. Why? Is the PRC operating its own economy in Ghana? It should come better. Okay, Mr. Yang, I don't know whether you remember that. Actually, was it last year that the utilities submitted the over 200% and 100 and something percent?
Yeah, it was last year.
They worked around the 15 points. I think 9.8 for water now, and 9 point something for electricity. So, well, I'm sure there will be a lot more explanations moving forward. But there's a world-class university right here in Ghana at Rosebank International University, a strong South African university and a branch of the ADV Tech Group, Africa's largest private education provider with 146 schools across 5 African countries and over 100,000 learners, and partly owned by the World Bank through the IFC. Rosebank International University is fully accredited by the South African Qualifications Authority, the British Accreditation Council, GTEC in Ghana, City Guild UK, and Capsicum Canary Studio. At Rosebank International University, we offer a Doctor of Business Administration, MBA, Master of Science, and Master of Philosophy in Digital Marketing, Bachelor of Supply Chain Management, targeting professionals in freight forwarding, customs, etc. We also offer hospitality and culinary arts as well, available at diploma, undergraduate and postgraduate levels. Our ICT has BSc Information Technology in Business Systems and IT Computer Application Development, all carefully designed to equip you with the skills and qualifications needed for a successful global career. Our mission is simple: inspiring excellence. Admissions are now open for January 2026. Visit our modern campus at Airport Commercial or Pebia House, Accra, or apply online at www.riuc.edu.gh. Rosebank International University, building global citizens.
Fantastic. We're still active on the phone lines. You can call us, let's know what your expectations are for the year 2026 from government. Another caller has joined us. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Koko, are you sure we have a caller on the line? Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my sister. How are you?
Yes, very well, thank you. Happy New Year, sir.
Yes, thank you, my sister. My name is Abu, calling from Sekendi.
Abu, how is Sekendi this morning?
Yeah, Sekendi is very calm, very cool. What's over here inside, what's over here is very cool. Let me use this opportunity to greet my Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Wonderful speech he made yesterday, last night. So wonderful. At least use the opportunity to greet my regional minister, Joseph Nelson, and then to be Kwatri. And then use another person to greet my regional executives, especially Chairman Echemambolu, and then Majid Akubu, and Ekma MC. You see, let me say something about the Ghana water.
Okay.
I think it's a deliberate upon some of them. You know, they have a top cock around the corner. So they have some people who go around to open the tap and then lock it. Some people will just go different, to lock it, temporarily for their own selfish interest. So I'm appealing to the executives, especially the party, the regional, how do they call it, the MCs and the GCs, to be responsible for those people, because it seems like there's a sabotage, there's an agenda for some people to destroy this government. Because water is life. Water is life. So I'm just appealing to those people responsible to open their eyes. Because you can't joke with water and their life. Because without those two things, we can't live. And the Galamsey issue, I think the minister is doing very well. The environment minister, Amabua, my honorable Amabua, is doing fantastic work. So I think we, the Ghanaians and the people, we are the ground. We have to support the government and the minister to fight this this Galamsey menace. Because especially the chiefs, those land owners, I am sitting down here. I cannot just wake up, go to the Wasa East or Shama, say I'm going to dig look for a land to listen to the Galamsey without the chief, without the landowners. So if we'll be able to tackle those people, I think this issue will solve, amicably. So I'm appealing to the Excellency that you call all the chiefs together and they educate them, tell them the land is not for you, it's for the future people. Not for me today. If our grandfather come and destroy the water body today, I don't think we shall come and meet it today.
Okay.
So I'm appealing to every Ghanaian. Let's fight together. It's our own goal. Please, I'm begging every Ghanaian. So my last greetings to all my NDC lovers and every Ghanaian. And then there's another one thing, please, is very important. My General Secretary, National Secretary, he make a statement.
Yeah.
Please, let's do and investigation, go there, they should come to the grassroots to find out what is going on, because what the Excellency is doing is fantastic way. Unprecedented. We have never seen this country before since independence. So everybody wanted this man to continue. So to finish, at least his goal. Please, if you go everywhere, all districts, look at the dollar rate. I cut their food. It's a very fantastic. So please, since we go to the ground, listen to the ordinary Ghanaians. They are the ones fucking, not we. The people, you people are the top there. We are the ground-root people. We are the ones who know what is going on in this country. Everything is so fantastic. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, I think there is a Kwame Nkrumah second, and then I think we have to support him to deliver for real Ghanaians, for our future and our generation. Thank you very much.
Thank you too for your time this morning. Some messages still coming in from Facebook. Thank you to all of you. Many of them are wishing us a happy new year here.
Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. Blessing and success, TV3, you're still number one. Thank you, Blessing. Demon, Gaza, Haj, Mafik, and Bukari Alasan watching from Abidjan. Success, all of you wishing us happy new year. We are also wishing you happy new year, and we do hope that you keep your channels on TV3 the entire year. Beatrice, another caller.
Yes, there's one caller joining us. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy New Year to you. Please tell us your name, where you're calling us from. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Good morning to you, sir. Happy New Year to you from all of us.
Thank you very much, and same to you.
Please, your name, where you're calling us from. Thank you for joining us on the program.
I'm Ofajo calling from Takrade.
Okay, how is Takrade this morning?
Well, we are managing.
Great.
We just finished the holidays, and we look forward to what we have in store for us.
Indeed. What are your expectations?
Well, you said what I expect from government in 2026. Sorry. I expect the president to arrest anybody who has stolen our money. Because, as far as I know, Ghana is a rich country. If we are to cramp down corruption, any government can raise money to run the country. But by the end of the day, the money ends up in people's pockets. They write propositions, and the money ends up in their pockets. You see, and me being Takrade, I'm asking somebody to come and tell me what our chief executive, in the name of trade, is doing here. I'm not doing anything, I'm telling you. I am telling you, Fedu is not doing anything. And even I voiced that for him that, they should give him the chief executive position because Wabre. And he's doing nothing. Let me tell you, if every chief executive should do well in this constituency, by the end they will build a good nation. But if you have a chief executive who is sitting and sleeping, I'm asking work for himself, by the end of the day, the country will suffer. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling us from Takrade this morning. Very passionate this morning. Thank you, and for those thoughts you shared with us.
Ebosa Money has also sent a message and says that no third term beer. And I'm wondering, so what's the reason? Why are people who Fifi Abikote describes as sycophants?
Yes.
Why are they calling for a presidential third term for President John Dramani Mahama? Akable, what is this whole thing about?
I mean, I think one of the caller makes a similar point. He described one of the caller. I mean, he described the president as it says the second coming of Kwame Nkrumah.
Okay.
I mean, so those who are making the case, they say that the performance is such that he deserves a third term. That's the point, really.
Yeah.
I mean, but I mean, the president has been very clear on that. I mean, he said that
he's not
this is his final term. He's done.
I remember
and that's why it's a bit weird that
yes.
Persons who belong to the party have suggested. And I mean, a lot of the criticism was leveled at the majority leader when he said that if it's something that the party is pushing for, he will have no choice than to lead it in parliament. And you heard the general secretary say that, well, you shouldn't be making such comments, and called him out directly, and subsequently
he was very spirited yesterday when he was talking about it, you know. He seemed visibly upset when he was talking about it, and I'm like, okay, something must have pushed this button to get him this upset too. And he said sycophants for, I cannot even count how many times he used that word. So is it that we've been waiting, or the Ghanaian populace have been waiting for this type of governorship for a very long time?
Indeed.
That now that we are getting it, we don't want to let go. Is that what it is?
Yeah, because I remember about 3 weeks on the show last year, we had consistent calls. Blair, you would also remember, from people who were saying, oh, so the country can work like this. Oh, this is working, that is working. I think we should give a third term to President Mahama. And so after a number of such comments, then he came out and said, forget about it. Even after he made the comment, people still called him.
Yeah, but I mean, the context for all of this is that the president won the election, right?
Yes, he did.
He was voted out before, and he came back.
Yes, he came back.
I mean, but that should be satisfactory that our current arrangement is fine, because if we can vote you out, you go back and you do so well in your first year that people are asking for another term. So why do we think we need anything different? I mean, because what is the assurance that another term? So what is another term will be the final, or he can now go beyond that? I don't get the mechanics of all the suggestions all around.
Constitutional reviews reports about extending to 5 years. That will not even affect him, would it? He would finish his 4.
It depends. It's a constitutional amendment. It's not like other laws that we say that Parliament cannot pass a law to take retrospective effects. This is a constitutional amendment. Maybe it will be different. But the point being made here is that, so on the flip side too, if it's 5 years, someone will ask that if you have a terrible president, it means that you are stuck for the next
5 years. 5 years, and if you have a good president, you are enjoying for 5 years.
Yes, I mean, I think what we have works perfectly for now. We should just stick to that. We have another caller on the line. I guess you'll be our final caller. I'll pick it. Hello, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from? Yes.
It looks like he's talking
to
somebody else.
Your name, good morning, where you're calling from?
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
My name is Andy.
Okay.
Please, good morning. My name is Andy.
Listen.
You would have to turn off.
We are not doing this in 2026. No, in 2026. Honey, hold on. Honey, sweetheart, hold on. These are one of the things we are not doing. It's one of the things we are not doing in 2026. You are not calling us to listen to yourself through the TV set. No, we are not doing it. You have to listen to us through the mobile device with which you have called. Is that okay?
I say he's gone.
No, because it gives us a terrible feedback. We are not doing this in 2026.
Okay, he's gone.
Stephen Quenks. I'm sorry for my spirited plea, but honestly, I mean, if you've been watching and if you have been calling us, you know this is not our tradition. We don't do that here. It gives us a terrible feedback. Other people who are watching also get the discomfort. So please, we are not doing that in 2026. Good morning to you, Stephen Queng. Now he says, good morning, Akable, Beatrice, and Hajia Cookie Cash. The increment in the rates for water and electricity is not misplaced because the energy sector debt must be paid and our water must be purified for use. Ghanaians should support government to provide these essential amenities. Stephen Peng from Wa sent in that one. Stephen, thank you very much and happy New Year to you. He sends us messages every single day to all the presenters here. Yes. Myself, Roland, I don't know about you guys.
Stephen Peng.
All of us.
Even on days that
you are not on the show. And yes, Aziz Jonla. And then there's another one, the one who says he's vying for to be a communicator. Master Planner, Kintampo, Master Planner Junior. Good morning to you as well. And there's another one. There's another one who sends us message. Not Aziz Jonla. There's another one.
Okay.
The name is not coming to me.
That's Aziz.
I've mentioned Aziz Jonla. There's another one. But anyway, do you have another caller on the line?
Stephen Yen. So
no, Stephen Peng.
Peng. Yes.
Oh yeah, Daryl. Daryl, I think has
you know I've been telling you guys this thing that you do, like you confuse, you always forget that you were just telling people that the communication comes from the back, it goes into your ear.
No, we don't forget that they are watching.
We don't.
But we are now going to talk about
just like Daryl. Like
you are just jealous. You are just jealous that in unison we all went like Daryl.
I'm not.
You are very, very jealous.
So Daryl.
When are you also leaving so that we say goodbye to you?
Our employees are watching the TV. You guys, if I leave, you guys have caused it, yeah?
We have never caused it. You are not going anywhere. You are stuck with us for life. You are stuck with us for life. You will read the messages, you pick the phone calls, and you do the big issue. And when you finish, we send the slides.
No problem. You're going to say something about Daryl.
Daryl has been an amazing intern. It hurts me that Daryl is leaving because we've had interns in this house, most of them very inactive and not proactive. I think Daryl is. Am I mistaken?
I call him the iPhone Pro.
Oh, on what you saying? Use a new iPhone. Hey, and ever since Beatrice received this iPhone, give me that.
So you know what he did? You know what she did this morning? So this morning she was like, relax, calm down. But this morning she told me that it's her phone. Can she see my phone? I was just confused. So I gave her my phone. Then I saw it and she was like, is it the same size? And I'm like, okay. So I just took mine and I was like, no, mine is 16. You're a little ahead. You're ahead. But it's a beautiful phone.
Why are you like that?
It's a beautiful phone. Yeah.
Ever since Beatrice received this phone,
I suspect she thought I didn't know she had.
And that's why she had to put the bling around it to make it more pronounced, so that everybody will know.
Please, can you mute their mics? Oh, Charlie, can you mute their mics?
Beatrice, now had a phone now. Who bought it for you? Was it your Christmas present?
So Daryl is, like you mentioned, Daryl is.
That's not the question. Beatrice, was it your Christmas
I said he's
present?
an iPhone Pro because he.
No.
I mean, just
calm down. We'll come
Can
there.
I finish with my statement?
No. Answer
the question.
Say something nice to the source of the phone. Say something nice to the person.
So, on his regular day, he will just come to you and say that I want to take a nice video of you, and then he
uses the new phone to take the video.
He uses iPhone.
Your phone, the new one.
Okay, do you have other calls? I said, "Man, crying here, no problem.
We're taking a break. You want to take a
We are not taking a break until she answers the question.
Oh, she's not going to answer.
Beatrice.
She's not going to answer.
I
asked the office. She didn't answer. She will not answer.
Okay.
It's from a family member. Thank you. That's all I'll say.
Okay.
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 Break, eh?
Okay.
Yes. Where we come across happening?
The big issue.
Okay.
Yes.
Bicycle, a quad bike.
Why are you not talking so calmly, Cookie?
Car,
you don't like the answer.
No, because I'm just surprised. You are very forthcoming with your responses and your answers. You are not one to shy away from,
I thought so. I've been very evasive this morning. Very evasive.
Okay.
It's not good at all.
2nd of January.
When we come back, the Boeing 307 will be ready.
It's taking off.
It's taking off, exactly, with the big issue. And of course, the pilot this morning is Joseph Akabli. Yeah, we'll be right back.
Yes. Next. Hey, Nadia Benson. Asamo.
Me didn't turn Mr. Femi Kalika, just call me cockroach. Now, Mr. Femi once now.
We're accelerating economic growth and creating more opportunities for our young people. We've restored business confidence and have seen a significant increase in both domestic and foreign direct investment. We've restored Ghana's credibility with our international partners, successfully completed the renegotiation of our debt obligations on terms that protect our sovereignty while at the same time ensuring sustainability. We're beginning the process of exiting the IMF program with dignity, not as supplicants, but as partners. We are one people with a shared destiny. Whether you voted for me or not, whether you supported the NDC or not, we are all Ghanaians. And this reset is for all of us. There's no NPP Ghana, there's no CPP Ghana, or NDC Ghana. There's only one Ghana. That Ghana our forebears fought for and shed their blood to give us our freedom. Let us reject the politics of division and embrace the patriotism of nation building. Let us disagree without being disagreeable. Let us compete in the marketplace of ideas without treating our opponents as our enemies. The challenges that we face are too urgent, and the opportunities before us are too precious for us to waste our time and energy in needless conflict. 1 year ago, we inherited a nation in distress, an economy on its knees, unemployment crushing our youth, infrastructure crumbling, public trust eroded, and hope dimming in the eyes of our people. We're told that the recovery would take a generation, but I knew something our critics did not know. I knew the resilient spirit of the Ghanaian people. At the dawn of the new year, I stand before you to say, our beloved nation Ghana is rising again. We've accomplished a lot together in the past 12 months through prudent management and difficult but necessary reforms. We've reduced inflation from the distressing levels above 23% by the end of 2024 and are hopeful to end 2025 with inflation at single digits of just above 5%. We have achieved relative currency stability and on track to be ranked among the best performing currencies in the world for 2025. We're accelerating economic growth and creating more opportunities for our young people. We've restored business confidence and have seen a significant increase in both domestic and foreign direct investment. We've restored Ghana's credibility with our international partners, successfully completed the renegotiation of our debt obligations on terms that protect our sovereignty while at the same time ensuring sustainability. We're beginning the process of exiting the IMF program with dignity, not as supplicants, but as partners. Our young people are Ghana's greatest assets. We're beginning to see significant growth in sectoral performance. Construction, manufacturing, agriculture, and services are showing very strong growth. This is creating a new opportunity for decent employment for our youth. Infrastructure is the backbone of development. We have begun the rehabilitation of over 2,000 kilometers of roads nationwide. We've restored a consistent supply of electricity and are expanding the rural electrification network to more than 1,000 additional communities.
Notwithstanding the improved macroeconomic stability. A lot has happened since 7th December 2024, and I know many of us continue to reflect on it every day. I congratulate President John Dramani Mahama on his first year in office, and I sincerely wish him well in the discharge of his mandate. The Ghanaian people have bestowed a sacred trust on him, and he cannot afford to fail them. I therefore urge him to continue to guard jealously the peace, stability, and unity of our nation. Ghana has always stood out as a beacon in a region that has seen too much turmoil and instability. The foundation President Mahama inherited was solid in many ways. It is imperative that we build on it and not let it slip. I say this because this matters more now than ever. You may have heard about the results of the 2025 Global Peace Index. Ghana has dropped 6 places to 61st in the world and from 4th to 7th in sub-Saharan Africa. They point to growing security worries and pockets of unrest in the country. Again, one of Ghana's greatest strengths since the inception of the Fourth Republic has been the independence and credibility of our democratic institutions.
He's not the flag.
Yes, he's not. So you had first you had John Dramani Mahama, the President of the Republic of Ghana. Then you also had Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. He is a former Vice President who is seeking to lead the New Patriotic Party. Later this month, that election will be taking place for the party to determine who will be its flag bearer. Thank you for staying with us here on New Day on TV3. It's time for Big Issue. This morning we are focusing on what to expect from government this year. I mean, we've all had various conversations about the performance of His Excellency the President in the last 12 months. In actual sense, he will be exactly 1 year next week. I think that should be Tuesday, Wednesday, there about 7th January. Will be exactly 1 year since he took office, and already a lot of you have been sharing your views on what you make of his performance. But the question or the discussion this morning was centered around what are your expectations going into this particular new year. We know that there are key government projects that we expect to take off, like the big push. I made reference to it earlier on about the state of our roads. We've seen some good work that is taking place in various parts of the country, but there are still lots of areas that are in dire need of roads. I mean, if you come to the Kwabenya, Ashoman areas, the roads are terrible. If you ask any Ghanaian anywhere, they would all point to some road somewhere that is not in good state. And that begs the question of how almost all governments boast about constructing roads, but every point in time in our national electoral cycle, we still see citizens complain about roads. And then people will tell you that, well, maybe we are not maintaining the roads well, such that even before we construct them elsewhere, the ones that we've already done get deteriorated, and those who were enjoying those ones also make demands for new routes. And so those are all issues of concern that we'll delve into this morning. But the president's speech gave us a sense of what he intends to do. He admits and states quite clearly that he believes that the first year took off on a tough note, but his government was able to restore the state of the economy, particularly issues surrounding the cedi inflation rate, which he makes the point about how we'll be achieving record low in terms of how things have been in the last couple of years. Then talks about the need to improve the conditions of living for Ghanaians, entrepreneurship, they need to create jobs, among others. And so all those are issues of concern that we'll be delving in this morning. And joining me in the studio to help with the discussion this morning, Sofo Tanko Rashid Computer is the CEO of GIFEC. He's joined us this morning. Good morning. Happy New Year to you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Once
Thank
again.
you. Great.
Next to him, Kwame Jantua. Kwame Jantua is a legal practitioner, a member of the Convention People's Party, an energy analyst as well. Senior, Happy New Year. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. And how was your Christmas?
It was spent largely here in the office, so, but it was good.
You rested too, didn't you? You had time to rest.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
2026 is going to be explosive. So get ready.
Next to Kwame Jantua is Ebo Bakman. Ebo Bakman is Deputy Communication Director for the United Party. Ebo, thank you for joining us as always.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure to be here, you know.
Absolutely. I want us to start the conversation this way. Let's look at it in two parts. I think we should begin by trying to assess the last 12 months very very briefly, very directly. Let's pick on what we think has been the good performance and what we think are the sticky areas. Let me start with Ebo. right next to me, and that could maybe form the basis for us to project into the new year. I mean, what for you would you say has been the performance of Mr. Mahama? Which parts are good? Which parts do you think needs to be worked on a bit more?
Yeah, but before that, indulge me to greet my people of Cape Coast and also remind them that 2020 we were promised harbour and airport. And the harbour and airport, Dr. Bawumia promised. He lied to us. We didn't see any airport and harbour in Cape Coast. Lest we forget the people of Cape Coast. And let me also, yesterday I met some fantastic human beings, 4 of them. I can't go without mentioning them. And Joseph, Charles, Samson, Duho, then Louis Fiagbe. I met them yesterday. They were fantastic human beings, and I think we need more of their kind. This morning, I know you are traveling to Georgia. I wish you safe travels. Go and come, so that you continue our friendship and we have more things to do this year. Last year, to be able to appreciate what this government has done, we need to understand even the situation before last year. Because it's only when you understand the situation before last year that you'll be able to appreciate the kind of effort, the kind of achievement the government was able to chalk last year. The economy was in shambles at a point in time. The macroeconomic environment was toxic. I mean, the private sector was so much suffocated. And so people were even having doubt as to whether the economy could be brought to a level that would be good for all of us. People predicted that it would take us a long time for us to have stability in the economy. But thank God, last year, because of the good work of the president himself, Atufosin, Governor Siama, and Sami Jemfi, you've been able to stabilize the economy. I mean, to have inflation drop from 23.8% to 6.3%, I mean, this is fantastic achievement. It's not something that you can decide not to acknowledge. It is so obvious that in terms of macroeconomic stability, the government has done so well. So we need to applaud them for that. One other area that I think the government has also done well, but we have a long way to go, is the government's commitment to fight against corruption. I believe that is also a good sign. The president, if you listen to the things he said last year, even yesterday, so he reiterated the fact that whatever money that has been stolen belongs to Ghanaians, and therefore we need to recover every cedi that belongs to Ghanaians. So that commitment has also been very encouraging, that we have a president who is prepared to fight against corruption, unlike the previous government who sat aloof for his own people to loot this country as if there were no tomorrow. So you could see, yes, my interest is mainly in the area of the economy. Because, you see, I've always said this, that when a government fails, nobody should wish any government to fail in terms of the management of the economy. Because once a government fails, the effect, the consequences on the people are dire. People suffer. Cost of living shoot up, standard of living falls. I mean, people suffer. And so for us to have the kind of stability we have, for me, once again, we need to appreciate and commend those who made it possible. Galamsey, I think once again, the government made a lot of effort. NIMO's fantastic job so far. But I believe you have a long way to go. As for Galamsey, if we move from 3 to 5 or 3 to 6, we still have a long way to go. Because the news we hear every now and then, even though we hear the positives in terms of what the kind of work NIMOS is doing, we continue to hear the negatives. For example, 3 days ago, we were told even the reclaimed lands are not safe now because those areas that people planted cassava, yes, it has come up that the cassavas are, if you like, we have cyanide and other heavy metals in those cassavas. It means we don't know where you are getting your cassava from. And so it is still a matter of great concern that we should fight the galamsey like never before. I think, all in all, I think the government did so well last year because last year was all about stabilizing the economy. That is all that they needed to do. And once we've been able to do that, moving forward, of course, we need to consolidate the stabilization and also to ensure that we expand the economy to employ more people. That is what we are going to discuss. I mean, so my view, if I'm to mark the government 1 to 10 in terms of what was done last year, in terms of stability, I can boldly give the government 9 over 10. Oh, yes, because we needed stability so badly. I mean, can you imagine the exchange rate at the time? I mean, look at the interest, even interest rate, issue of interest rates. Private sector was borrowing at 35 to 40%. And how could your private sector be competitive with this kind of interest rate? So for them to have brought interest rate down, now I'm told between 18 to 22%. So interest rate coming down, the CD gaining strength, the dollar dropping and having that stability in the exchange rate is very significant. And also inflation. People don't know, inflation is a thief. Inflation steals from our pockets. And once you're able to bring inflation down, it means at least purchasing power will have strength. People's purchasing power will have strength. And so government has done well. We expect, were you in Legon?
Yes.
Yeah, to whom much is given?
Kwimutu that.
Yeah, Kwimutu that. To whom much is given, much is expected. Ghanaians gave them 1.7 million difference. And so much is expected. And so far, 1 year, I think they've done fantastically well. What we need them to do is to translate the stability into something else, something that will benefit a lot of Ghanaians in terms of job creation, in terms of other things. So, so far, I would say so very good.
Let me come to you, Rashid Computer, and then, I mean, for a party in government, 7th January 2025, when His Excellency was sworn in, did you expect things to go how they have gone so far as you are concerned?
Let me say good morning to my colleagues.
Morning.
And then you yourself. And to the good people of Bimbilla constituency. We lost one of our warrior chiefs in Jilo, Adu, Chief Adu. In fact, very old man. That's why, I mean, his age, that's why he died yesterday. I wish our people well. And then our condolences to the bereaved family. We'll join them very soon to celebrate his life in Bimbilla, especially Jilo, a community adjacent to Bimbilla. Akable, some of us, we are not surprised at all at the performance of this government. We are not surprised. We knew it was going to happen. And so when we're presenting His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to the good people of Ghana in 2024, because we knew he has a benefit of hindsight. Don't forget, be the vice president and the president for 4 years. He sat back and saw how reckless this country was being run after he left office, 8 years. So there was no way he was going to come and have the same problems that led us to lose the 2016 election. There was no way. He had learned his lessons, albeit in the bitter way, because losing the election is not a small thing. After doing a lot for the country within the short period of 3 years, you don't forget, he ran the country just 3 years. These people dragged us in court for 1 year, 2013, 2012, 2013, all that. 8 months in court. So when we left and he sat back, watched them, 8 years, how reckless they ran the country aground completely. We knew we're in for a business with the same gentleman that sat in the Flagstaff House for 3 years, 3.5 years as a president. And you saw how the victory was, very sweet victory. Because we made sure that we policed the system, we sold our message, the research agenda message, what we intend doing. to transform the country, reset the whole sector of the economy. And the mind of Ghana, look, I have been following my good brother. Thankfully, he's seated here. Lawyer Gentua, he's been talking of let's reset our minds. Our problem in this country is our mindsets. And we needed to reset that one. And so when we came in, clearly, within the shortest possible time, 14 days, he was able to form a cabinet. Unprecedented. Unprecedented. Since 92, we've been part and parcel of the process. We've seen it all. Sometimes it will take a government up to June before it can even set up the government. But within 14 days, the government was set. We promised that we're going to use 60 ministers. But he ended up, at that time, using less than 60 ministers because 2 ministries, he hadn't appointed them. And the later part that he added it to make it 60. Then unfortunate incident happened in August. SIF, when we lost my boss, Omaniboama, may he rest in perfect peace, and others. Then, as we speak now, we are still running 58 ministers. It has never happened. Look at the elephantine government that we're running. That led us to where we are. You remember inflation rose up to 54%. And they asked us to shut up, that they were doing well and other things. And they tried to blame COVID and Ukraine war. As we speak now, Ukraine, bullets are still flying, bombs are still dropping all over Ukraine. But today, inflation is 6%. 6%. That's what my good brother was talking about. Prudent economic management. We have the slimmest government since Nkrumah days. Since Kwame Nkrumah left, we've never had this type of government again. The slimmest government that you can think of. The government of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has reset the minds of his appointees to the extent that the resources under your care is for the good people of Ghana, not you and your family. Every appointee, anybody who has a green letter, were made to understand that this green letter you are taking to that office, the resources in that office doesn't belong to you and your family. It belongs to the good people of Ghana. Manage it prudently so that they can get the benefit from your office. That is why we ended the year without any scandal. Have you seen any scandal? One year in office. It has never happened. It was only Kwame Nkrumah time we have this kind of clean government. Very clean, soft government that went and made sure that the people benefited a lot. We had a lot of industry, roads, factories were built all over the place within the shortest possible time. Okay, now we have a reincarnated Kwame Nkrumah government is back. And that for 1 year in government, not even a single scandal in any of the agencies, ministry, department, none. It has never happened. Because of the reset that he told them. And he made sure that the resources are going. There is a close collaboration between the fiscal policy and then the monetary aspect, which is Bank of Ghana and then Finance Ministry. And the game changer came from the Gold Board. The Gold Board came in, led by Sami Jaffe, to make sure that we derive the benefit therein in our natural resources, these mineral resources and all that we have gotten. And it's helping the economy. That is where we are. And you see that these people, instead of them to go back and reset their party, the MPP, I always look at them. And I'm not surprised, for 30 years, Ghanaians made sure that they were in opposition. When they overthrew Kwame Nkrumah in 1966 and had that botched election and brought themselves into power in 69, you saw what Achampon did to them. Since Achampon sacked them, nobody allowed them to come near the seat of government until 2000.
I mean, but to be fair, I mean, if you pick from, so after Achampon 72, if you do, we barely had elections, with the exception of the Liman period.
But we had elections. They were
I mean, the Liman period.
Liman was just a fresh person coming from Sorbonne University.
Yes.
Who knew Liman in Ghana?
Yeah, but I'm saying that outside of that election.
And I'm saying that outside that because Ghanaians knew
because outside of that, because you are making reference to the long spread. If you go, because if you I mean, it's historical accuracy. Because if you take the Achampon truncation in 72, that period, 72 all the way to 79, with the exception of the Liman election, Then the next one that took place was in the 92. So it meant that the only opportunity for them to have contested the election was in 92, which they obviously lost. So, I mean, that's you agree to that, right?
You see, what I'm trying to refer to, you allow our history students to understand this, that from 72 all the way to 79, no, 79, we are talking about the 79 election.
Yes.
Liman was in Sorbonne University studying. He was not a politician in Ghana. Nobody knew Liman. All those who contested the 79 election were seasoned politicians, ministers in 69, 72. Is that not true?
It's very true.
High-level politicians.
My father's part and parcel of it, so it's true.
And somebody just came. He was going to be an MP because this man, Igala was disqualified.
Yes.
That's why they brought him. Igala proposed him. He should come. Leave your MPship and come and be a presidential candidate. And he beat all Victor Uso and all these seasoned former foreign minister and all these people. That tells you that Ghanaians were not interested in them.
Okay.
They knew who they are. And that's why they say you be in opposition. And anytime they are in opposition, Ghana develops. That's a fact. Anytime they are there, because they are interested in press conferences and creating stories that doesn't exist. They just created some funny story just about from 1 week ago. And it splashed on their face about this Bauer resort or what gold thing they were talking of. A company that existed since 2012. These people came and said the company was just incorporated some 2 weeks ago. Can you imagine MPP? That's the kind of people we are dealing with. So, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is on top of the job. His appointees so far so good, have done well. We have not recorded any incident whatsoever. And I'm saying that this year, 2026, we are yet to go into there. It's going to be an exciting year of action. And he's keeping his eye on all facets of our life, what is going on. And the most important thing is the stability everybody is talking about. The country has been stabilized to the extent that people can even go midnight to go and do demonstration at the Flagstaff House. Your neighbors. 8 years, could you step foot even daytime? The cannons they will bring over there to chase you away and other things. Now they go there.
Okay.
Everybody go there. It's like a chief palace. You know, in our rural areas, everybody will go to the chief palace. You don't need any ticket to go to the chief palace. Okay, he has made governance to be like our own traditional way of governance. That everybody have access to governance, the seat of government. That is what we are talking about. We are incorporating governance into our traditional and culture so that people will understand that they are part and parcel of the governance system. And that is why when His Excellency visits a traditional setting or a function being invited by the traditional authority, he doesn't go there with his own chair. He goes there and sits with on the chairs that they also have there. Unlike others, a whole V8 will have to carry one chair from one place to another. He doesn't sit in. And even chiefs were asked to stand up and greet him. Have you ever seen that? For the 1 year we have been in office, have you ever seen any chief? I remember His Excellency visited one traditional day, and the chief was trying to get there, say, oh yeah, Master, I beg you, sit down. That is not part of us.
Okay.
This is a well-trained person from a home where we respect traditional authority. And it's part and parcel of our government structure. That is why we are enjoying the fruit of our labor as a people in this country. And then so, Akablea can assure you, the 2025 has been a very exciting resetting. We have reset part and parcel of our lifestyle in the country. It is now how we implement the reset that thing we have done for 2025. This 2026, that you will see a level of progress that we are going to bring, because we are going to exit the IMF thing this year. He said it yesterday in his speech, very beautiful speech, one of the beautiful speeches so far delivered by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama yesterday. And we've seen it. Ghanaians are applauding him for that speech, that we are in the process. And we will make sure that we stabilize everything so that we will not need to go back to IMF again. If we continue the prudent nature of the way we manage this economy for the 2025, I don't think exiting IMF will be any problem to Ghanaians. And it won't, I can assure you.
I mean, if you have to score the president over 10, what would your mark be?
You see, I wouldn't have said 10 over 10, but I can give ourselves 9.5.
9.5
over 10.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And I know why I've said 9.5.
What has taken a 0.5 away?
Oh, but these press conference people have forced some Ghanaians to believe that things are a bit difficult. Don't you hear his speech? He's saying that that parents are finding it difficult to take care of themselves. Which parents? Is it MPP parents he's referring to?
Okay. All right.
That's what they are talking of. That's why I said, okay, for the benefit of the doubt, we can give ourselves 5.5. And then let
9.5.
And then 9.5. We are giving ourselves 9.5 so that the MPP can take the 5% because of their press conferences that they are doing.
Okay, let me come to Mr. Jantua first. Mr. Jantua, I mean, same question. Let's start off with the performance so far before later on we'll delve into 2026.
Good morning to our viewers. Good morning to my fellow panelists. Good morning to yourself.
Good morning.
Assemblyman, Deputy Minister, Minister, Parliamentarian, Vice President, President, goes into opposition, comes back as President. The journey of President Mahama. This entire journey is showing the experience he has. The understanding at every level is showing the experience he has. No president in this country has gone into opposition and come back. Name. My own beloved Nkrumah. Once he was unfortunately horned out by these same MPP people, couldn't come back to this country. And I believe if Nkrumah had come back, this country would have even blossomed more than when he started. So the experience of President Mahama is creating what we are seeing today, because he has been in all the facets of governance, from assemblyman. How many presidents in this country have been assemblymen? Name.
None comes to mind.
None comes to mind. And it shows the depth of his understanding of the problems of this country. He came in, everything he did, ditto. His cabinet, his economic dialogue, his this, ditto. Has he deviated from what he promised us so far in this last year? Tell me if he has. Yes, one or two things he said, he has gone back on it, but probably there was a reason. And I give an example of when he indicated that those who have reached retirement, they do not have the right to come back. But we saw him bring back the IGP. So for me, that was a question mark there. But apart from that, tell me what it is that he hasn't been able to fulfill. And opposition people will tell you, and when I say opposition people, I mean the main opposition party will tell you, oh, he has taken how many ministers? 60, eh? Is it 60?
Currently 58. Currently 58 now.
58.
Yeah.
But go to the other areas, Parliament, what do you call it? Flagstaff House. He has put so many people there. Is it happening? Didn't it happen in the past government? It happened. For me, I think he's been able to steady the ship that was listless, what he came to meet, the challenges Ghanaians were going through. But one thing should be very clear to all of us. Don't the people seem to have confidence in what he's doing? And when you feel that confidence, you can judge that going forward, things are going to change. And let me give you an example of what I mean. Let me give you an example of what I mean. Was it last week? Was it last week? Yeah, I think it was last week. The finance minister made a significant payment of $709 million towards Ghana's Eurobond obligation on December 30th, 2025. This payment brings the total Eurobond repayments made in 2025 to about 1.4 billion. Was the time up for him to make those payments? But he's made it. What does that give you? It gives you confidence that you have a government that can move this ship forward. However, it's just one day. It's just one year. Going forward, he needs to be able to make sure that the appointees he's put in place will stick to the vision he has. Because once that starts tilting, it creates problems for him. And he has to be the headmaster who can crack the whip when he needs to crack the whip, especially in terms of making sure that the economy stays the right path. We cannot afford anything to go amiss. Yes, we've extended the IMF date. Is it by how many months?
We are hoping to get 3 months extension.
We are hoping to get 3 months extension. Yeah. And I'm sure he would give us a tangible reason why. Look, this adoption of what do you call those conferences you have? Is it a responsibility conference? The one that the ministers come in... accountability series. Yeah. Is that not informing the people? Informing the people. But you see, Akabre, the one thing, and I heard the NPP Deputy General Secretary talk about the fact that inflation has come down, this has come down, but prices are the same in the market. We, the people, have a responsibility. If the government is bringing these things down, inflation, exchange rate, we also have the responsibility to follow suit and bring prices down. Because at this current moment, when you look at where inflation is and look at the exchange rate, people are profiteering. Go to the markets. Prices are still the same. If we don't do our part to make sure that when these indices come down, we also follow suit, then it's going to be challenging and difficult for us. Hasn't food inflation come down? And because food inflation has come down, hasn't some aspects of food come down? Hasn't it affected inflation? It has. But we have a huge responsibility. It is not a one-sided thing. Government should do its part. We also should do our part. And if we are able to do our part by understanding where government is going through some of these press conferences, accountability press conferences they are making, it informs us, and we should also come on board to help government. Now, I won't say that the NDC government will stay forever or should stay forever. It's not possible. Definitely somewhere down the line, Ghanaians will change government. But the question I want to ask you, and when my brother was talking, it came to mind. When you look at the UP tradition, how many heads of states have we had from the UP tradition?
I mean, if you count the Buzia as Prime Minister Edward Akufo-Addo, then the next one is Kufuor, then Nana Akufo-Addo.
Yes. Out of all of them, who was the one who was able to make Ghanaians feel there was a government on their side? For me, it's only President Kufuor. It's only President Kufuor. If you look at from J.B. Dankwa's time, chaos. Independence, chaos. J.B. Dankwa and co, chaos. They haven't really been able to prove to Ghanaians that they have us at will. They haven't been able to prove it. 2017, when President Akufo-Addo came in, we were all hopeful because of what we'd seen from what he'd said and how he'd handled himself in opposition. We were all hopeful. All hopeful. How did that turn out? As my father always used to tell me, Kwame, it's not the beginning, it's not the middle, it's how you end. Yeah. Did we end well? Did we end well as a country? And what made the cancer even worse was DDEP. Stealing from the people, taking from the people because of your own mistakes. So why did we put you there? We put you there to handle the finances of the country. Were you able to do it? Can we say the MPP in their last 8 years were able to handle the finances of this country? Tell me. Tell me. I hope, and this is a challenge for President Mahama, I hope, and it's also a challenge for us too, I hope and pray that once we come out of the IMF, we will be able to control spending. It's key. It's key. And I'd like to believe, looking at Ato Forson today, and the way he's handling the finance ministry, I would like to believe that at this material moment, he's putting strategies together for that time when we end IMF. Because really and truly, we cannot go back to IMF in 2028, in 2032, in 2030, after 32 is what? 36. This should be the last point of IMF because we have the wherewithal to do it. Look, I keep saying gold, oil, cocoa. If we are able to add value to these three commodities, Ghana, all the other things are jara. Just these three. It can look after this country well into the next century. But we have to be able to do it well. We have to be able to add value. We have to be able to stop capital flight. It's key. And I hope and pray that once President Mahama is able to do what he's promised, even if he's able to do 50% of what he promised, the next person who takes over would be able to move this country even into better areas. There's one thing I would want President Mahama to do, which so far I haven't seen, although it's within the economy, is to have a national development plan. For me, it's key for me. For the kind of commodities we have, the kind of things we have in this country that can take care of us, it's only a plan that can strategize. And we have a template of it in President Nkrumah. President Nkrumah used a plan to develop this country. And I think a plan would be good, not a manifesto. A plan that we can all come together and collectively say, this plan we are all following. Like constitutional review. When the constitutional review now comes into force, will we not all follow it? Was it not done by Ghanaians? Same thing. A national development plan would have. Now, let me add one thing, and probably we'll go in there. Today we've seen tour work, which is a good thing. One of the challenges going forward would be feedstock, would be investment, and would be making sure that we can stop capital flight to refined petroleum products. We need to go and look at the PRMA and see how that PRMA would allow GMPC to give crude to Tor. We need to make sure that the gas pipeline that is being linked to Tema Oil Refinery to help them with their processes, their operations, should be finalized and gas should be made available to them so that we can cut the cost of refined products for the usage of operations at Tor. Tor, at this point, cannot go back to where it was. It has a competitor in Sentio, but I don't see it as competition. I see it as working together. And currently, Tor is a tolling facility where people can bring their crude in and they refine. Let us encourage BDCs to bring crude in, give it to Tor to refine, export into the sub-region, export into other parts. Here, somebody will tell you that Dangote has his big refinery there. Fair enough. It doesn't stop us from competing, no matter how small we are. And we should be able to increase our refined products as the years go on. Because what would it do? It helps all of us and it stabilizes the economy.
Let me come to Ebo now. And Ebo, I want us to talk a bit about the IMF. And this is a letter that the finance minister and the governor signed, wrote to the IMF December 2, 2025. And specifically paragraph 3 of the letter. It says, based on the strength of the policies outlined in this letter and the attached MEFP, we request completion of the 5th review. In view of the expiration of the ECF program in May 2026, an additional 3-month period will be required to enable completion of the final review of the program. Moreover, we request a modification of the nominal fiscal objectives, that is the primary balance and non-oil revenue at end March 2026, to reflect the macroeconomic developments having led to a lower nominal GDP projection. So basically, we are asking for 3 months to enable us to complete it. And there are those who monitor the IMF and Ghana relationship closely, and they make the point that if you pick 2017, for instance, the first year of Nana Akufo-Addo, and you pick the first year of His Excellency, in terms of the economic management, we see that very, very, very similar in terms of fiscal discipline, and they'll point to the role of the IMF in all of this. 2026 outlook, the IMF will be exiting. Even if we get a 3 months, they'll still be exiting. How should we approach things just to ensure that we don't end up like where we ended up in after 2020 as well?
I think so. Now we need to look at what to expect and what not to expect. I don't expect this government to repeat the mistakes of the previous government. Excessive borrowing. You know, if you look at the history very well, the economy of Ghana started even going down before we exited IMF because of reckless, spending and all that. Certainly, if you look at some of the expenditures we made and the MPP, how can you dig a hole with $97 million? Who does that? How can you be spending money like, if you don't have, you don't spend. But you want to spend beyond your means. And so therefore, you have to borrow in. And anytime you borrowed, your finance minister profited from it. So reckless borrowing, then economic mismanagement, I believe these are things that this government should not do. Certainly, what took us to the IMF was because of our recklessness. So I don't expect this government to repeat the mistakes of the previous government. What is important for us moving forward as a nation is how do we structure our economy to be able to resist, if you like, pressures, external pressures? How do we position the private sector, for example, to be more competitive? Because for me, the most important thing for us to do this year is job creation. And IMF will not help you to increase your job creation or to create more jobs for your people. IMF conditionalities will always contract your economy. But we need to do economic expansion. And that is why the private sector comes in. So how do we incentivize the private sector to be competitive? That is the most important thing we need to do this year. Go out there, 5, 6 years, 4 years graduates are still unemployed. They are still feeding from their mother's kitchen. And these are not good things for us. And so I believe we need to strategically have a regime, low cost of production regime in this country. We should be very conscious about it. How do we strategically and selectively support some investors in agriculture sector, in the industrial sector, to have interest rate of 5%. Why don't you create a special purpose vehicle to enable a certain class of investors in this country to have interest rate of 5%? Because as well, if you go to Ivory Coast, interest rate is about 5%. Go to all other countries, in some of the countries in Africa, they operate single-digit interest rate, which means the Ghanaian who is now even getting 20 improved interest rate is not competitive out there. So what is important for us is to see that is why I still believe India did it some time ago, Brazil did it some time ago, that reserve requirement, the cash reserve ratio, the percentage of deposit that is kept to the Bank of Ghana, the money sits idle. It is good because we use it to control money supply and aggregate demand and all that to control inflation. But can't we as a nation think outside the box and say that instead of, let's say, deposit 20% of your keep your 20% of your total deposit with central bank. Why don't you make it 10 and require the banks to use that 10% to give to specific producers in this country, maybe at an interest rate of about 5%. India has done it before. Brazil has done it before. We can do it. You see, it's only when the Ghanaian producer can produce at a lower interest rate, a lower electricity rate, costs, lower taxes, and other incentives. That is the only way the Ghanaian producer can be competitive out there. Because why? Goods are produced in anticipation of demand. So no matter how we add value, we preach about value addition at what cost? So the issue of cost of production should be the most important issue to address. Our economists in this country, the economic managers must sit down. It shouldn't be business as usual for a businessman to walk to the bank and take interest rate at 22% to produce what? Because what you are producing, somebody is bringing some from China. And Ghanaians will not buy out of nationality. We buy out of rationality. That my income is such that I have to look for cheap goods to buy. And so what is being brought from China, even Ivory Coast and other parts, if they are cheaper than what is being produced in Ghana, why should I buy Ghanaian products? Because I'm a Ghanaian? No. I will buy the foreign one because of rationality. So I think this year and moving forward as a nation, we should focus on how to bring down cost of production. If we can't do it across board, we can select certain companies, those who are into exports, those who are into import substitution. We can be selective and say that we are giving you interest rate. Government is going to guarantee interest rate of 5%. It should be possible that electricity bill, you are going to pay 50% of what you used to pay. Let's be intentional about it. That's the only way we can expand the economy, create more jobs for the youth to get jobs to do. The stability, I give the government 9 over 10. Fantastic work. What is left to be done? With or without IMF, what is left to be done is to expand the economy. And the private sector is the way to go. The government asks for, if somebody doesn't go to retirement, if somebody doesn't die, the public sector, no recruitment. Are you getting it? But with the private sector, if the businessman can expand his business, if he can export more, it means you will need more hands. If he can produce to stop the Chinese, if you stop creating jobs in China and other parts of the world by importing their goods, if we can do it here in Ghana by making our producers competitive, I believe as a nation, we'll go a long way. And that is why it is important to have the current finance minister. I've had interaction with Atos, the kind of things he say, and I've heard the governor also say the same thing. Their focus is to make interest rate a single digit in this country. That is where we need to get to. But until we get to that point, we can put in place a special purpose vehicle where certain funds can be directed specifically to support strategically certain companies, so that we can increase our exports, create more jobs, earn more forex, and also earn more in terms of income and corporate taxes. I believe that is the way to go. And if you permit me, one other area I think we need to work more, I believe the fight against galamsey, we need to escalate it a notch higher. The 150 million that was given to NIMOS was woefully inadequate. If you really want to succeed, and the kind of work NIMOS is doing, I believe that this year, if you are doing mid-year budget, you need to consider topping it up for them and also encouraging more people to participate. Let's make use of our chiefs. I believe that we don't have to lose the fight against galamsey because that fight is a fight for survival. If you lose it, we are all dying. And that is the fact. And so, I believe for now, let me say this and I will come back.
Mr. Rashid Tanko, I mean, you said 2026 will be very good. The president says that in 2026 we shall accelerate and expand. But there are those who make the point that for most parts of, in fact, at least half of the year, will still be under the fund program. We may have our hands tied a bit. We may not have the free will to do things as we would want to do. We still have to be as disciplined as we have to do, should we not approach it a bit more cautious than we are all anticipating, especially given how the last 12 months have been?
Akable, listening to the president yesterday, he made a very important statement, and I think Ghanaians must take note of it. Industry players should take note of that, especially Council is here. We have restored Ghana's credibility with our international partners. Yes, that one, nobody can contest that. There's now credibility. They have moved it from junk economy to B ratings. In fact, B+. Ghana, this is what he was saying yesterday. We have restored Ghana's credibility with our international partners and successfully completed the renegotiation of our debt obligation on terms that protect our sovereignty. Council was talking of the payment we recently made about monies being borrowed by our former administration.
Euro Bank.
We have managed to renegotiate these debt obligations with them. The credibility is back. The economy has been removed from that bowler economy to an economy that everybody now respects, international level. We have managed to bring down interest rates. For the first time, banks are chasing people to come for loans. They are chasing people. Because interest rate is down.
What's the rate now?
Currently, you know, the last time when the monetary policy committee sat down, we used to be around 28 when we came in. As we speak now,
18, yeah.
It's around 18, within 18.5 or so.
The TB rates out.
And it's coming down. You see, so it's making investment very beautiful for investors. That's why they are trooping into the country. You saw this thing that we brought in, that Nkoko and Kitinkiti. Nkoko and Kitinkiti. You see, now the NPP are running left and right, trying to say that they had that plan too. But they were rubbishing it. When we started a campaign about the Nkoko, do you see the kind of trick it's doing for the Ghanaian economy, especially on the agri sector? The importation of this chicken thing that we have been doing. A lot of money is being wasted over there. A lot of dollars. Look, this year we had a lot of bumper harvest. To the extent even farmers were crying for people to come and buy their goods.
There was a glut.
Yes, because of the sustained policy on the agri sector. And these are some of the things we are doing, some of the little things government is doing to try to make sure that Ghanaians owe the economy so that we don't use a lot of hard currencies to go chasing these goods from abroad. Like my good friend has just mentioned. You see, when you bring products from abroad and they are cheaper, they would rather go in for that one. Are you getting it? But when we produce it here, and the more we produce, you see that the prices will come down. And in that case, Ghanaians will want to go in for the distance. For the last, in fact, very long time, I've never eaten foreign rice. Because the kind of rice they are producing in Ghana is so beautiful, very nice. Sometimes our problem was just packaging. How to package it nicely and all that. Some of the rice they bring abroad, they're not different from what we eat here. It's just the packaging, the processing. And so now that government is going into it, and so when His Excellency visited Kumasi about this poultry feed and all this kind of thing, he visited one of the company, interesting enough, an MPP man, a very strong MPP man. But you see, because our policy, we don't discriminate. We are all Ghanaians. Unlike them, they would have made sure that they kill the product and kill the factory. You saw the factories they brought down, and the banks, they collapsed banks and all this kind of thing because they were not MPP banks. They collapsed them. We came in and we thought that this gentleman is doing fantastic. Let's support him. The president was speaking to me and ordering the agri minister to make sure that they support the gentleman. You see, this is a president that we must trust, who believes in Ghanaian, that the Ghanaian can do it, no matter where you are coming from. We don't have an MPP Ghanaian, an NDC Ghanaian, or CPP Ghanaian, or PN. He said it yesterday. We are all Ghanaians. We are one. Okay? And you support everything. So this thing, prudent management of the economy will not have any difficulties exiting the IMF this year. Because we don't have large-sized government that will take a lot of resources to manage the government. We don't have that. And even if you look at what Atu Forsen is doing at the finance ministry, it has brought some physical discipline to a lot of agencies. I head an agency, and I know what we are doing over there. The kind of expenditure we did over the years, because of what Atu has put in place, you cannot go outside.
But lots of the agencies, like some of your colleagues who talk to us, they said they want to do projects and they need money. And this particular year, they would expect to have the funds to do those projects. That's
why I'm saying I've also head agency. The project that you are going to do must be need-based. Must be something that will be ultimately benefit the good people of Ghana.
High impact project.
Impactful one. Are you getting it? Not like they do this. I just get up because I'm the CEO and just feel that I'm going to do this project. Throw money into it and you see that what is it going to bring? I had the same issues with some of the people. You go and import this and procure a laptop that ran on 4 gigabytes. What are you going to use that laptop for? What are you going to use it for? This is a toy. You see, because you think that yes, there's money, like I can just go and procure. Okay, you go and bring it. You can't use it for anything. You go and bring tablets which cannot be used for anything, just toys, and they are dumped over there. Thousands of them. You see, that is useful, useless kind of procurement that you have done. Although it's within the law, you have not broken any law in terms of procurement process and other. But what benefit is it to the state? Okay. So if Atu has put in some of these things and think that, look, bring in what you think you want to do, we'll analyze it. Your minister, everybody will analyze and think that this one is good for you, it's good for the people of Ghana. Go ahead with it. We give you authorization to go ahead and spend. That is why you didn't have any problem over the years, and everything went smoothly. And I can assure you, you see the big push. Government awarded 5 billion worth of projects without borrowing from outside. Is it not prudent? Is it not prudent? If we were these people, they would have mortgated a lot of our distance. The get fund was being mortgated, road fund. That's why our roads are very bad. They mortgated and went and took money and shared it among themselves. You see, it took huge sums of money and went and dug big holes and said, because of God, go and put tablets inside, inside the hole, and said, clap for me. Even President Kufuor said it. You saw when they had an interview with him, he said, where the Amantiasi cry? I said, we are no more quiet, Amantiasi. See, I'm not saying it for it's our own former president. These are the kind of things. So we are not going to. So far, have you seen anybody say which policy the president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has run, and somebody said the TRC project? They are all TRC projects. They are all things that people understand, and they are living with it. These are the things we are talking about. And so I can assure you, this year, we are not going to do anything. In fact, for the 1 year we have not been reckless, and I don't expect us this year to be reckless. We are going to make sure that projects that are beneficial to the good people of Ghana will pursue them. The road networks, in fact, a lot of them, youth are going to be employed. Especially, they are talking about the 24-hour economy. It's a process, not an event. That's one thing, MPP, I don't understand them. It's a process. You see, changing the whole Ghana economic structure from the 8-hour economy that we run to 24-hour economy is not a one-day thing. It's a process. We started it in 2024. Some agencies have started. DVLA, Ghana Ports, go to Ghana Ports, Harbour, and see. They are doing 24-hour there. People are not clearing their goods in the night, evenings. That's why you go there, there's no more this traffic in that area. You see, because they are moving their goods and all this thing. It's a process. By the time we get to our 3rd year in office, a lot of the agencies would have been running 24-hour economy. Okay. And we assure them, look, we are not going to renege on that promise. We are implementing it. If you look at the budget as read last November, an allocation was made for that aspect, so that we continue to make sure that our youth get, in fact, beautiful jobs. As we are training them from the universities, we are not training them to come home and sit. We are training them to come and help, both in public sector and private sector. And that is why we are opening our space for the private sector, so that they can do it. Like my good counsel here talk about the tour thing. You see what the gentleman is doing at all?
Yeah, Edmond Combat.
Yeah, it's back. It's back to life. But they need more support. Okay. So that the private people who are bringing crude and all this and can still go there for refining. For a very long time, it has never refined. Now, until recently, that it has started. Some people wanted to privatize it, like how they wanted to sell some hotels for them to themselves. Beautiful hotels, nice ones. They wanted to sell them to themselves. They even went ahead, start paying, and Ghanaian workers, they did well. In fact, in 2024, they nearly sold the hotel, La Palm Hotel and all this. Why MPP people like that? You see, so, and Tortu, that was their plan. They would have sold it to themselves.
And NIB.
Yes, that's what they were trying to do. They would have collapsed all this. Thank God, it's like God descended to Ghana in 2024 and just said that, look, you people do well and sack these guys and let them go so that you can have your country back.
Okay.
I see. So I can assure you, 2026 is it's going to be a beautiful year. Ghanaians are going to enjoy their fruit of labor, and especially the agri sector. A lot is going to happen there. Some of us have ventured into it last year. We are ongoing. It's a beautiful area that we think that the youth should also avail themselves into.
Okay.
Farming is a very beautiful area, and I can assure you, government is going to support a lot of them. People shouldn't look backyard. I remember, and at Champon, we're doing this Operation Feed Yourself, backyard gardens and all this kind of. It was very beautiful.
All right.
We have a lot of portions, our homes you do, and have a lot of fruits over there and vegetables, and it was helping the economy in schools, secondary schools. In fact, when we were in secondary school and then the training colleges, we had gardens where we were preparing farms. I remember one of our senior husbands, let me greet him, good morning, Mr. Moro, a tall boy, we used to call him tall boy in Tatco, Tamal Training College. Every morning, make sure that you go to your garden, go and water your plot, and we're using the vegetables to prepare food for us in the dining hall. Students, you go and have your own garden in the district. You water it, make sure that you take care of it. And that's how we're learning agriculture, learning how to plant, learning how to take care of the crops and all this until harvest. And they'll harvest them and use it to prepare meals for you in the dining hall. Now, you don't teach children this. And that's why they find it difficult to go to farms. They don't even understand some of these things. They do online farming. They say online, they only see farming on social media. Other things. We should bring them to the farm itself. And then they will see the reality. Okay? And then when I was going to check my farm, I went with my son, my young boy. For a reason that he has never, when you got to the farm, you really saw that this is what we call farm. These are the things we do there. And other things. So you imbibe this kind of thing in them, so that they will understand it better.
Okay.
So that we can own our economy. Otherwise, we'll continue importing things to the extent even fruits, vegetables, we have to import them. Doesn't make sense. Ghana is not a place that we should be importing vegetables. We have the land, arable land. Yes.
Let me come and wrap up with Mr. Jantua and Mr. Jantua, 2026 outlook. But I want you to stay on the energy sector for me and any other thing that you want to touch on. We are told that the energy sector is stabilizing according to the IMF. The government and the IPPs have agreed to restructure legacy debt, but the IMF says despite the market improvements, the energy sector shortfall persists. We are told that throughout 2025, ECG payments to IPPs via the cash waterfall mechanism represented 48% of bills. So it is significantly higher than what was done in 2024. So there's been an improvement, but there's still a shortfall of about $500 million. And that has been assumed by the government either through legacy debt payments or fuel purchases. And so it does appear that that is a bit of a challenge. But largely throughout the year, power supply has been very, very stable. How should 2026 look, and if there are any other matters?
Continue. They cannot stop and start. It is going to continue. IPPs would work with the Ministry of Energy. Debts will be restructured as it's been restructured. The cash waterfall mechanism now is strong. ECG would not be told, go and buy refined petroleum products for X work that we need to do. So these things have been stabilized. And we see it in electricity supply, don't we? The major challenge is us. We can put everything right. The major challenge is Ghanaians. For us to be able to pay our bills and stop stealing electricity. That's where the major challenge is. Look, government can do as much as they can do if the people are not part and parcel of making sure that they can also do their part. We will be backing behind the wrong tree. So for me, where the energy sector is concerned, I know the energy minister is keen to make sure that power cuts are stopped, Dumso is stopped, and he will do anything to make sure that Ghanaians don't go back to the dark days. Now, Dumso is not only a legacy of President Mahama or President Akufo-Addo, it's a legacy of all presidents in this Fourth Republic. And if we can stop it, what does it do? It helps industrialization. And that is the key. Look, Ebo talked about interest rates. And I asked myself a question when he was talking. Why are interest rates high? What creates interest rates being high? One is inflation. When inflation is high, banks charge more interest to maintain their returns. Is inflation high?
No, it's low.
Are banks charging to maintain? They probably are, so we should look at that. The second one is risk. And that comes back to us.
The risk is what the banks mostly use to justify.
The NPLs, it comes back to us. Banks lend to borrowers with higher risk profiles, so they charge more interest. So we have to be able, when businesses go out there into the banks to get money, we've got to be able to pay back. Otherwise, it creates a challenge. Then market forces. Sometimes those market forces are out of our control. Supply and demand for credit influence rates. When demand is high, rates go up. So we should be able to find mechanisms when market forces are pressing on our economy to relieve the people. But those market forces should be such that it's not prolonged. When it gets prolonged, it creates challenges for us. Then central bank rates. If the Bank of Ghana raises its policy rate, commercial banks often follow suit. That is the key bit. How can central bank keep its rates low? What are the mechanisms that help central bank to keep its rates low? For me, so far as I can see, I think the Government Bank of Ghana has done phenomenally well.
Yeah, he has.
And his whole body language with the people, you can see he's ready to share. And the private sector should take advantage of it. Then operating costs of banks, operational costs can drive up interest rates. So we've got to look at these operational costs and what it is. Yes, banks need to make profit, but not super extra normal profits. But above all this, we have to be able to encourage local businesses. At the present moment in Ghana, a lot of the economy is in the hands of foreigners. Name it. The Malcolms of this world, the what of this world, is all MTN of this world, telecom sector. It's all in the hands of Ghanaians. We are getting to a stage. Yesterday, I saw a new China Mall being opened just opposite Action Chapel. And I asked myself, why China Mall and not Ghana Mall? We've got to now take this, move forward, and help Ghanaian businesses. One thing Ghanaian businesses aren't good at doing is to work together. All these others, they work together. Go to Malcolm, third generation. And they are expanding. Where's Ghana's GNTC? That used to be there. We've got to be able to make sure that local businesses are profitable. And we don't stay as table stop, and we don't stay as kiosk. We stay as manufacturing. I also think that government should quickly arrest capital flights with regards to imports. So the sugar factory, government should quickly go in there. I see they're doing something about poultry. We quickly go in there. Cocoa, quickly go in there. Juicers, quickly go in there. Where we start producing it here. Things like nails that we import, quickly go in there. Let's create businesses for Ghanaians. And when the president is traveling, I hope to see this year, when president is traveling to other countries, put party people aside and take businessmen. Take businessmen. Look, recently, and computer, you would tell me, have we not gone to buy 300 buses from Egypt? True or false? We have. Do we not have new plan here? Why aren't we looking at a situation like President Akufo-Addo did when Merkel came here? She came with business people. They started opening and assembling cars in Ghana. Why don't we do that for buses that affect the public? That then now controls traffic. Once we have assembling of buses here, we can get more buses on our roads. And most importantly, we then move into rail, gradual process. And this is why I say we need a plan. These are type of the things I'm talking about where development plan brings into being. But we have to energize the Ghanaian business. We have to. Once we energize the Ghanaian business, it comes into our hands. Our banks have more money in there. Because the city is strengthening, isn't it? Where is it in the world today? It's one of the strongest currencies, isn't it?
Yeah.
Strongest currencies.
Yeah.
So for me, it's the Ghanaian business. The AGI, and I'm part of the AGI, we are trying our possible best to make sure that Ghanaian businesses are part and parcel of any good thing that is happening in this country. Because we have to. And we can only do that if we look at the cost of production, as Ebo said. Cost of production is high. What are some things of cost of production? Transportation, fuel, electricity, cost of raw materials, availability of raw materials. All these things have to come in a plan.
Okay.
And it's a gradual process. I'm hoping and I'm sure that by the time President Mahama leaves in 2028, some of these things would have been fomented for the next government to take over and run with.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
If you permit
briefly.
You see, I think another issue, another mistake we don't expect this government to repeat is the issue of corruption.
No, it's not corruption. No. It's stealing.
Yeah. Okay. Stealing. I think stealing is a better word now.
You don't expect stealing to take place.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Of course. You see, and let me say this: if ORA is going to be successful, it will go beyond what the executive will do. If judiciary doesn't help, if cases are still allowed to run 5, 4, 6 years in court, how many corruption cases can you prosecute in 10 years? So, Chief Justice, please, we beg you, you and your people, within 1 year, 6 months, let's fast adjudication of corruption cases. 6 months, 8 months, we clear the case.
It's got to do with evidence.
Yes.
Having credible evidence to take to court to make sure you win. You see, and sometimes gathering that evidence.
But you see, but it doesn't make sense. It doesn't to live in a country where people easily steal. But when it comes to recovery or punishment, then it takes years.
No, it's evidence.
No, I'm saying that.
Do you know how they cover their wrongs?
No. If the court, let me tell you, if the court want to be serious, 6 months they can prosecute cases. If the court, if you really want to fight corruption and succeed, 6 months you'll be able to finish. It is doable.
All right.
I mean, then we should all throw our hands in despair and go to sleep.
All right.
I'm saying that corruption cases, because you look at the number of cases we have in this country. If the cases are going to run even 2-3 years, how many of them can we prosecute in court?
Let's start with the Auditor General.
Well, government. What government is doing, we want to make it a very how do we even know what the word to use? In the sense that this time, it's not about only prosecuting you. It's about recovering everything that you have used the corrupt proceeds to acquire. So that when you go and cool off in the prison and you come out and start ground zero. You get what I'm saying?
You come back and
enjoy anything. You come back. That's what they have been doing.
That is why I'm saying that the success of ORA depends more on the judiciary even than the executive.
We are keeping our Attorney General is on top of it, business.
Yes, let's be serious.
The Attorney General is on top of it, business. And I can assure you, people are going to be busy this year. You see, this year, 2026,
we'll be busy,
they will be busy for corrupt people.
And NAPCO, Mr. President, Mr. President, NAPCO is akin to national service. The same ghost names. If you go to NAPCO, you'll find them there. Please, NABCO.
I'm not sure.
NABCO.
I'm not sure whether we had it. We have it in our laws, but in the UK, there was a law that double jeopardy. I'm not sure whether they have double jeopardy.
Yeah, we have it here. I mean, we have it here.
But the UK have been able to do away with double jeopardy, and it has been retrogressive. So if you committed a crime 10, 15 years back, you can be prosecuted. Let's do away with double jeopardy and prosecute people 10 years behind who have done wrong. That is how we can.
In our case, unless if we've not been prosecuted, then we can go after you. But if we've prosecuted you and we had the opportunity to prosecute you for the other offense and we don't, that's where
But if there's no evidence to show that what you did was wrong, you should go back.
Of course, you will come back.
Yes. If you have double jeopardy, we should look at double jeopardy and stop it.
That's all time would allow us for the discussion segment this morning. My guest this morning have been Ebo Bachman, Deputy Communications Director, United Party. Kwame Jantwa is a private legal practitioner and member of the Convention People's Party. Sofo Tanko Rashid Computer is the CEO of the Ghana Investment Fund for Electronic Communications. Shadrach says I should especially thank all of you for always staying with us.
This morning,
don't worry, he's just at the back. For starting the year with us, we know that this period we are all still trying to get out of the festive.
Official part to all of you.
Look at you. But yes, we are taking a quick break. Stay tuned in right here on Newday. There's a lot more to talk about here. We have sports and we have another big interesting conversation about mental health and other issues we'll discuss here on the show. Stay tuned in.
It's the year of the World Cup. AFCON is still ongoing, even though Ghana is not part. But Bilishen is here. And of course, today, Akabli says he's joining our sports segment. What's your team? What's your favorite club, though?
It's mainly Kotoko, but I like Mediama.
Mediama, okay.
It's
Mediama FC.
Mediama. I like Mediama, yeah.
Is it an Nzima word or something?
Yes.
It's the way you say it.
Mediama.
What's the meaning of that?
It means like my brother. It's like my sibling, basically. It's gender neutral.
So like Minya.
Oh,
Mediama.
Mediama.
It sounds Jamaican. Like Mediepan.
Yeah, so I mean, just back to the Mediama point. They are playing Hartlepool, right?
Yeah,
so
Hartlepool. Yeah,
I joined the sports to do against.
Against Hartlepool.
Against Hartlepool, yes. Because I support Kotoko and I support Mediama, and Mediama is playing Hartlepool.
Now I won't be happy to hear this.
Yeah, that's
because
the
now it's Hartlepool, right?
Yes, that's the whole point. That's why I'm here.
Oh, wow. And my new team is the whole one. What is it called again?
Is it Hohoi?
Hohoi. Is it Hohoi United?
Yeah, Hohoi
yes,
United.
Is that Amewo's team?
Yes.
Hohoi United. Yes, that's my new club right now. But internationally, who do you support?
Oh, I support Barcelona.
Oh, Barcelona.
And sometimes Man City.
Oh, Man City. Yesterday they played.
Yeah, you see.
Man City played yesterday. What was the scoreline again?
0-0.
Yeah, I think I was watching that. It didn't end well.
You watched Man City?
Yeah, yesterday. Yeah. My little boy Daniel came over. He's a Man City supporter. But he says, yes, let me ask you, is it true that Semenyo is joining City?
Yes.
Oh, Ampa.
It's close.
It's gone through?
It's close. So, from what I've read this morning, documents are being exchanged between the two clubs. And so we expect that by weekend, Saturday, Sunday, it could be concluded.
Is it a good move for Semenyo?
Generally speaking, it is, right?
Okay.
The only problem is he will not be the focal point anymore. At Bournemouth,
why won't he?
I mean, the kind of quality he's going to meet at City is big. Erling Haaland is
Basically
the focal point.
Yeah.
There's Czech who is on form. There's Foden also in there.
How about
also
Doku?
in there. Doku also in there.
Okay.
So there are a lot of players that he will compete against. But the thing is, if Pep wants you in January, that means he needs you.
He needs you.
So he will get to play matches.
Let's keep an eye
on the flip side, though. I mean, if he's done that well, I mean, look at the clubs he's played for. He's just played mid-table teams, lower-level teams, and he's done so well.
Yes.
I mean, should that not tell us that he may actually be much better than we actually see?
I mean, if you
because I get a sense of a bit of cautiousness in the comments that people are making. Some even suggest that they even make comments that suggest he's not as good as we think he is. But my point is that mid-level teams, he's doing that well. I mean, it means that maybe
we probably haven't seen his full potential, and it probably will be realized when he joins Man City. So let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
It probably will be very good for him.
Yeah.
Anyway, does he play the same position as Doku?
Generally speaking, yes, he can play the same
so that's
position.
why my little boy was saying yesterday that soon we may not be seeing more of Doku because they're going to be playing the same position or something.
He plays across the front line. So he plays on the left, in the middle, and on the right as well. So he can fit multiple roles. It depends on how Pep wants to use him. I feel that he would particularly get more games as a centre forward, especially if Pep wants to rest Haaland, because even in Carabao Cup games, he plays Haaland, which isn't ideal because you would want your best striker to rest. And so I think Semenyo will get a lot more games.
Yeah, without Mamouche too. He's at the
AFCON as
so
well.
It means that Haaland basically does not have a sub now.
Yes, he doesn't have a sub. So there's Semenyo who can play as a sub and can play in other positions too.
When the AFCON, when is it finishing?
On the 18th.
Of January, this month, right?
Yes, this month.
Okay, no problem at all. Anyway, so let's come back. Okay, so which one is this? Okay, let's finish just the AFCONs and then we'll come to the GPL, Mediama and Hartlepool.
Yeah, these are the round of 16 fixtures in the AFCON. Round of 16 starts tomorrow.
Right.
Senegal will play against Kwesi Appiah's Sudan. They qualified for the round of 16 after winning one game. Mali will face Tunisia. Morocco, the host, will face Tanzania, who are reaching the round of 16 for the first time in their history. South Africa will be facing Cameroon. Egypt will face Benin. Nigeria versus Mozambique. Algeria versus DR Congo is a very tasty fixture.
Yeah.
Yes, very, very big one. Because DR Congo have been in form in the last few years. And then Algeria also a very big one.
I still think Algeria will beat them.
You still think so?
Yeah, I think Algeria will beat them. I think the Tunisia-Mali game is also...
It's also nice.
And I think Ivory Coast and Burkina Faso as well. No?
Which one?
Ivory Coast, Burkina Faso.
Not bad, but I think Ivory Coast have more star power.
They have an upper hand, right?
Yeah, have more star power. It's the South Africa Cameroon that will be tricky.
Okay.
It can go either way for me.
So all these fixtures are set for this weekend or what?
So some will be played tomorrow.
Okay.
Then Sunday, then Monday, then Tuesday.
Okay.
That's where they will end the round of 16.
Yes. And then now quarterfinals, semi-finals, and then the grand finale. Okay. Keep an eye on that for us. And Monday when we converge again, you let us know what the updates are. All right, so like you mentioned, Midiema. I don't want to say Midiema.
We all say Midiema.
No, I want to say the right thing. Midiema, right? Midiema, yeah. So Midiema is playing Hearts of Oak. Is it tomorrow?
It's on Sunday, actually.
Okay.
But the managers have already started speaking. Also, we have Hoho United, your club, versus Hearts of Lions. Ediana versus Vision, Bichim versus Brekum Chelsea, Dreams versus Holy Stars, 11 Wonders versus Gold Stars, Nations versus Karela, Samatex, Beatrice's club versus Yaga Apostles.
Everybody has a club, eh?
Yeah. Recently, Na started down here and called her club Samatrest.
Can you imagine?
Samatrest
is the same.
Can you imagine?
It's Samatex, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then there's Swedru All Blacks versus Asante Kotoko, and then Midiama, of course, versus Hearts of Oak. Very, very tasty encounter because Midiama are very close to the top of the Ghana Premier League table. They're actually on the top right now with 31 points. And Asante Kotoko second with 30. Yeah, BBNE Gold Stars third with 29. Diana. And then Hearts of Oak making the top 5. Karela right behind.
There's nothing like top 5.
So what?
So where added the fifth.
So Hoho United is all the way 16.
Yeah.
Hey, you have a relegation, Anna.
Oh, but there's still time.
Are you sure?
Oh, there are still like 18 games at least.
Yeah, sure. So we can come up small.
There's always top 4 and bottom 3.
You see?
Yeah.
Hey, but right now we are bottom 3. Yehovah. It's not looking good,
but to be fair, the gap between Hoho United and Holy Stars is 3 points. And Holy Stars are 10th. They can climb all the way to 10th with a win.
Okay, let's see what happens because this one is not looking good,
so far.
Anyway. Charlie, okay, you want
Chelsea,
to say
let's talk about
I was just going to say, Charlie, what's the problem?
Maresca.
Just like that.
I was shocked. Yeah.
Like that, Keke.
I mean, there were signs. So after Chelsea defeated Everton 2-0 some weeks ago, he did mention that the last 48 hours was the worst for him as a manager. And a report started coming out that he talked to Manchester City, who are interested in him, twice. And then other reports came in that he's not had total control of the team. Usually when you are head coach, okay, so with some clubs, right, there are different structures. For example, with Arsenal, we have Mikel Arteta as the manager.
Okay.
And manager means you coach the team, all right, but you also make decisions on who they bring, right? You make general decisions around the club on the player development and all of that. So you are very, very involved.
That's for which team again?
For Arsenal.
For Arsenal.
But Enzo Maresca, it doesn't seem like it's that because
he's just a coach.
He's just a coach.
Not coach/manager.
Yes, who is like...
because some of the players they've signed in the last...
Exactly.
So it means he had no say.
I mean,
it means he had no say.
Maybe he had some say, but he had little say.
I mean, but in terms of the performances too, I mean, since they beat Barcelona, I think they've won just about 2 games.
Yes,
and one of the,
in 9.
In 9 matches,
yes,
and one of the games includes beating Cardiff.
Yes, which isn't good. Which isn't good. And to be fair, I mean the kind of squad that Enzo has, right? It can, to be honest, it can only compete in the Premier League. That's it, right? It's not as much quality as you expect from for any manager to try and get. The thing is, Enzo, when he first came, he was Championship manager, right? He came in, he won an UECL Cup and a Club World Cup. So his reputation risen. And he would need, for someone whose reputation is rising, you need to win more. And if you want to win more, you need quality. But Chelsea wasn't bringing quality, they were bringing raw talents.
Oh, for him to now nurture,
again,
get them
and then
up
raise
and
their prices and then sell them and then bring more young talents. That is like the philosophy now of Chelsea. Like buy as many young talents, nurture them a bit, and then sell them for good money, and then restart the process. And I think someone who wants to be an elite wouldn't want to coach a team like that.
Oh, Charlie. So that's it. It's done and dusted.
Done and dusted. So
Who's
now they are
next?
looking for a new head coach. And according to reports, they are targeting Liam Rossinier, who happens to coach Strasbourg in France.
They have the same owners as Chelsea.
Yes, same owners.
Same owners, yeah.
Same owners. So
The Strasbourg team?
Yes, it's also owned by the same guys.
The same guys who own
Chelsea.
Chelsea. So they are going to pick him and then bring him to Chelsea and then find
Like we are taking him to Akuma to go and do the money show or something.
Exactly.
And it's all under the Media General conglomerate.
Exactly.
Okay. All right, I understand now.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see how it goes. How long would it take them to get him, though?
Depends. I mean, it can take a few days, it can take weeks, depending on the kind of negotiations that.
So
are
where's
put on board.
Maresca headed then?
So what we understand is he's talked to Manchester City a few times. So the indication is that maybe Pep would leave.
Pep Guardiola?
Maybe.
Do you see that happening? I don't think so.
It's possible.
I mean, there have been suggestions that at the end of his current contract, he doesn't intend
to continue.
As to whether he will be coaching again or taking a break. You know, when he left Barcelona, he took a bit of a break in between. We don't know whether that will happen. But that also could have implications for Semenyo if he goes and there's a change in manager. That kind of sometimes is very problematic. But
yes, true.
We'll see how all of that plays out. I mean, Chelsea, they beat us Barcelona, and since then, things have been terrible for them. So I'm happy. I'm happy about that. But Man City's draw yesterday means that Arsenal, it looks like this could be Arsenal's year.
Could be. I mean, it's encouraging. But then again, Sunderland have been a very strong side this season. They've never lost the home game this season.
Wow.
And that's despite the fact that they've lost about 5-6 players to the AFCON. 5 of their key players.
And they are still up and running like that.
And they were still able to battle Man City and drew with them. And some of the fixtures for the weekend, of course, Aston Villa versus Nottingham, Brighton versus Burnley, Wolves versus West Ham, Bournemouth versus Arsenal, Leeds would host Manchester United, Everton will lock horns with Brentford, Fulham will slag it out with Liverpool, Newcastle will face Crystal Palace, Tottenham will face Sunderland, and Manchester City will facing a managerless Chelsea.
When is that one?
During this weekend.
Yay. Wow.
Yeah.
Lots of big games this weekend. I like the Newcastle Crystal Palace one as well.
Yeah.
Crystal Palace, they've been doing very well in the last
very good team.
A couple of weeks as well. But I hope Manchester City trash Chelsea completely. I also hope that Bournemouth, Semenyo's possibly his last match.
Yeah, his last match, yeah.
He should get some 3 goals against Arsenal. Just remind Arsenal that. Hey,
let's be serious.
Let's be serious.
Let's be serious. It will not work.
You don't want to start throwing blows already.
No, it will work.
No problem. I'll be the referee though.
Yeah,
so
be the referee.
Yes,
It
if
will
you
work,
want
it
to
will
start,
work.
it will work.
For Semenyo, we should send him off properly.
Yes.
Send
I
him off
agree
properly
though.
with the 3-0 defeats. It's fine.
Oh no! You don't send anybody off like that. You send people off on a good note. So
Yeah,
three,
good notes.
three for him for Bournemouth.
Good notes is Arsenal 3, Bournemouth 0.
So Semenyo hat-trick.
It will work.
Yeah.
Bournemouth to defeat
It will be great.
Arsenal.
It will work.
Bournemouth will defeat Arsenal. This one, Engineer Sama will kill me, but yeah, it's just for Semenyo.
It will work.
Anyway, thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much. We take a break. We'll be right back. It's still TV3 Newday.
On TV3, beginning of the year, you need to start right mentally. People say that, yes, it may be the beginning of a year, but if you don't change, nothing would change, really. So we want to help you have a good start. I'm joined in the studio now by Dr. Albert Sedoahia, right? Sedoahia, yes. Thank you so much. Happy New Year to you, first of all, Doc. And good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us.
Welcome.
And Doc Sedoahia is a psychiatrist with the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. Once again, thank you for joining us. So, of course, beginning of the year, how do I begin to declutter my mind, as it were, just so I can really have a fresh start as the beginning of the year?
Okay, so it's, I can't see the calendar that makes us have beginning of the year, end of the year, but it's such a life is actually a continuum. Yeah. There's not like starting of the year. 31st is the same as there's 24 hours, you understand? But what a lot of people do is when they begin the year, they try to do what they call the New Year resolutions, and that in itself puts a lot of pressure on them. And the pressure is not necessarily from life, it's about what they compare themselves to. Mostly to the progress of other people, and worst of it all to social media highlights, what they see out there on social media. Most of them are not able to tell reality from what is content.
That they won't put their saddest moment on there.
Yes, nobody does that. And so the pressure, a lot of people, is because of the comparison with the progress of others. There's no universal time for success. So the best time to start is now. There's no point in living with regrets and not being happy with how far you've come. Whatever you want to do, you start from wherever you are, and then you're able to achieve something. You have to be gentle with yourself.
Not everybody gentle with yourself. I love that. Not everybody perhaps might have had a good 2025, and there could be so much pressure. Perhaps some people are in debt, others relationship-wise didn't go well. How do you begin to put those things behind you so you can start the year better?
So the past cannot be changed. It's what you can do is to learn from them. All right. So the best way to deal with pressure is to expect it. Life is full of stress. There's no smooth road anywhere, especially in our Ghana roads. There's always potholes somewhere. So expect that there will be some level of stress in maybe at your workplace, in your home, in your relationship, with your finances. The wealthiest people are still looking for money. So there's always asking for more or wanting more. So expect to have some level of stress in your life. So when it comes, you're not too surprised, you're not taken aback. You need to learn to manage your expectations. Know that once there's life, there's risk of death. Once there's marriage, there's risk of divorce. Once there's a good relationship, there's a risk of a bad relationship. Once there's satiety, satisfaction, there's risk of dissatisfaction. Once you have these as things you know are real, when the opposite happens, you're not taken aback too much. You just have to reposition yourself and then know how to go through it.
I may hear it, but how? How do I go about it?
You don't work alone. Human beings, we are social beings. So you need to have a good support system, friends, family, people you look up to, people you depend on. You need to be able to sit across the table with your mentors. The best, nobody's going to live long enough to have all the experiences in life. So it's best, the wise one is the one who learns from the mistakes of other people, because you don't want to be the one necessarily going through them. So it's okay to interact frequently with your mentors. So they share with you how they are doing it, how they've done it, and help you avoid easily avoidable mistakes in life.
So, for instance, you talk about friends as well. For those who are disappointed in friends, because a friend is somebody who stays with you both difficult times and in good times.
Yes.
For those who have had friends desert them during the very difficult moments of their lives, they seem to, claw back a little bit just because they don't trust that the people will be there to help them. How do they begin to reorient their minds that not everybody is like that and they can still have the kind of support system they need?
So first of all, again, it's about expectations. Disappointment is part of life. People disappointing you is part of life. Don't expect 100% perfection from anybody. Progress is what you have to work towards. So the good thing is, for friends, you have a choice to make them. You choose them. They are not forced on you. It's not like family members who you have to live with, whether you like it or not. With friends, you have the choice to choose who you want to be friends with you, and you learn from your past. What did you do wrong that ended the friendship badly? So you don't repeat that in your next friendship with other people. So you have the choice. But the point is, you cannot survive in isolation. It's not the best. So you still need to have people that you talk with, people who are friends, who also depend on you. So you have the choice to choose who comes to your inner circle.
If there were some steps to follow in order to ensure that you're in the right frame of mind. Of course, you said that don't. You've said a few things. What are the practical steps? Not necessarily like a verbatim kind of thing that somebody must follow in order to have that kind of mindset, because sometimes they say it's easier said than done.
It always is just, theory is always easier than practicals, but you see, sometimes you have to put the theory into practice to see the result. So first of all, you need to know that you have to be gentle with yourself. That's what it is. You have to be gentle with yourself.
Explain it further.
Sometimes we put too much restrictions on ourselves. I have to achieve this by this time. If I don't, it means I've failed. You haven't failed. There's a lot you've learned through the journey. The process is more important than the product. So you are going through a process to attain an end goal. You might not reach there within a stipulated time, but you've learned a few things along the line. You are where you are now, but you are not used to where you were in the past. Wherever you are in your journey is better than where you started from. So you have to be gentle with yourself. Set realistic goals. That's what we call the SMART. Specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. It has to be realistic. Sometimes some of the goals people set is because they are competing in their mind with someone else. They are trying to achieve something that someone else has achieved, maybe easily. We are all different. Some things come easily to some people, and some people find it more difficult to achieve.
So you need to know yourself then.
That's the best thing anybody can do for themselves, knowing who you are, knowing yourself. So that you know what is easy for you to do and what may be difficult. And if you know you find yourself having challenges with certain things, ask for help. Asking for help doesn't make you a weakling. It doesn't make you not strong enough. It just means you know what you can do and what you can't do. Because what comes easy to you may not come easy to another person.
And then you made another interesting point, which is that you may not be where you want to be, but you're not where you used to be, which is a statement that we hear all the time. That requires some sort of introspection, right? How do I take stock of, okay, I wanted to do A, but I couldn't do A, but I realized that in B, I was better. How do I begin to process all of that and eventually say that I may not be here, but I am okay with where I am?
It's being fully aware of what you're going through. So you have a target in mind to achieve. You need to be assessing yourself as you go along the way. You need to be gratitude. You need to be aware of the things that you have as against the things that you may not have yet. There are a lot of people who lose sight of the fact that they're able to breathe without an oxygen mask. They're able to eat on their own. They're able to lift their arm on their own. There are people who will pay $1 million just if the doctors can help them lift their arm. But we take a lot of things for granted. We are not fully aware of where we are and what we are doing and what we have access to. So as you go along the journey, you need to be fully aware of the things at your disposal that you may take for granted if you're not careful. So that you appreciate the process as you go through it. And surely you will get to the end point.
How do words help in shaping our minds and helping us cope with situations? Asking that question in relation to a book I read many years ago and you mentioned Be Gentle with Yourself, where the author said, instead of saying, I should, I must, you should say, I would try. At least it reduces the pressure of wanting to achieve it by all means, irrespective, even if you don't have what it takes at that moment. How do you think this year words should play a role in helping you be in that mental moment which is healthy for you?
You know, by default, we think negatively. It's a defense mechanism that we all, because if you hear a roar outside, you're supposed to think it's a lion until proven otherwise. You're not likely to say, oh, it's likely a toy or they're playing some sound from the speaker. No. So we think negatively by default. However, it doesn't help, all right? Words help you think. So what you think on mostly, your dominant thought is mostly about what you hear, what you are exposed to. And now your thought will lead to your belief. And your belief will lead to your emotions. And then your emotions will advise your actions. So if you confess positivity, you tell yourself positive self-talk. I can do, I will do, those things to yourself, you're likely to think more positive, feel more positive, and most likely to do positive stuff.
Okay, so it just reminded me of, for instance, the religious folks who probably would say, I have money, I have money, I have money, and at the end of the day, they will still have nothing in their pocket.
Yeah,
is that not positive?
It is, but that's not the end. You don't just confess positivity and expect positivity. You need to do something about it. So the words has to go with actions. Your belief has to go with actions. So that's the both have to work together.
And again, in terms of seeking help,
yes,
how do I, aside from people, because you don't just go to anybody and say that I need help. How do I identify the kind of person I need and the kind of help I even need to help me move forward?
Okay, so with that, the first point of call is family. You know, they are the first people to notice if there's a change, if you're not being yourself. You are used to be bubbly, you know, all over the place, but now you are gloomy, you are isolating, you're not eating well, you're not taking good care of yourself. So they are the first likely people to notice the change. So they are the first people who are likely going to come to your aid. So if you have any challenges, you can speak with people in your family, because at least you can trust them to some level. If that fails, or in addition to that, you can seek help from professionals, psychiatrists, psychologists, counselors, mentors. These are people that are all over the place. You seek help from them, and you're able to get the necessary help.
Sometimes people may have all of these, but they are still stuck in their mental state. For people in that situation, how would you expect them to take a step forward, at least to get out of the muddiness, as it were, they find themselves in?
Whatever is causing the muddiness, there's a solution to it. So you have to live with the principle that every problem has a solution. Once you start from that basics, every problem has a solution. If you've not found a solution yet, doesn't mean it doesn't exist. You haven't found it yet. So you go looking for it. And there are people trained to offer that solution. If you are going through challenges, anxiety, depression, any form of challenges you may have, it's most likely because of something that has triggered it. So there are professionals trained to help you with that. If you are in pain, there are painkillers. If you are going through some challenges, there are ways to solve it. So you go seeking help from those people. The only problem most of the time is you may not be aware that you are having some challenges.
Exactly.
So it may be on your blind spot. That's why friends and family who are close to you are advised to seek help on and on behalf of you.
How easy or difficult is it to identify your own triggers, things that trigger you and, you know, get you into a place you don't want to be?
Sometimes after repeated things happening to you, you may be able to notice a pattern that if you go through a heartbreak, this is how you behave. If you're disappointed after a job interview, this is how you behave. If something doesn't go well, this is how you behave, because people might have told you severally. So it's not always easy, but if you trust your friends, that they will not say anything that is not there, that is not real, you just go with what they are saying. If they're telling you need to speak to somebody, then you just listen to them and just do exactly that.
And you would hear some doctors also say that it is not always about the people around you, but also changing your lifestyle, living your diet, your sleep, and all of that. To what extent do these contribute? And if you could take them one by one for us?
Yeah, all these helps a lot. So apart from your friends and everything, your regular exercise, it's for your immunity, for your emotional stability, your mental health. Regular exercise helps a lot. And then, of course, your diet, what you eat, what you put in there. Weight is about input, output. If you put in more than you lose, definitely you're going to store more, so you're going to put on much more weight. So good diet, regular exercise, good friends, good support system, and of course, make sure you have some money.
Make sure you have some money. Okay. In this part of the world, we don't really have a lot of issues when it comes to body shaming, but there are still some people who probably may be trying to lose weight because they have imagined themselves in a particular shape, yes, and those who also want to gain.
Yes.
When the thing is not coming as quickly as possible, either you want to reduce or you want to gain, how do they get to position the mind so that they are able to know that they are making progress somehow?
So the focus is not to wish to attain perfection. You appreciate the progress that you are making. So say you started the year with, say, 100 kilograms, and by June, you are 95. Your target by June was maybe 70. You might not have gotten there yet, but you also know where you used to be. So appreciate the progress. And then ask yourself, what did you do right? What did you do right? There are professionals to help expedite that process. There are dietitians. There are gym instructors. There are a lot of other things to do to expedite the process. There's no quick fix. There's no sustainable quick fix to anything. So if you get a quick fix, it's difficult to sustain it. Rather than going through the mill and going through the process of achieving the target that you have in mind. So if you are not there yet, still remain motivated to achieve your goal, but again, be gentle with yourself. You might just have to tweak a thing or two in whatever process you are going through.
When you watch weight loss programs, the reality programs, they are always on the scale. Is it advisable if you're looking forward to losing weight mentally to be checking your weight like every day? I mean, how do I go about it so I'm comfortable, but I also know that what I'm doing is working?
So instead of checking your weight, that's anxiety. You're like, anytime you go check, it's 91. Oh, it's never going down. It won't go down miraculously. It will take time. And that 91 will then become 89, then maybe become 88, then maybe 85. Sometimes there's an exponential jump. From 85, you might go to 75. You don't have to always be checking it every day. Maybe do it twice a week and just be recording it and monitor the progress. Don't just expect the results. Be willing to go through the mill, the process that will yield the result that you are expecting. So it's not about checking the weight that makes the weight go down. It's about watching what you put in and working on how you lose what you are already storing. So it's not about checking your weight every day that makes your weight go down. And you have to accept yourself. Not everybody is going to look like 1, and not everybody is going to look like 3.
Okay.
Everybody is wonderfully and beautifully created by God. You should accept yourself first, so you don't compare yourself to another person.
But there are those who knew, for instance, those who have weight now, they knew that this is how it used to look like, maybe as a result of circumstances, maybe for the women, after giving birth and all of that, they've put on weight. They're trying to, even if get the original size, get a bit closer to it. And so they may have a case.
They have a case, but again, management of expectations. Pregnancy and delivery comes with weight gain. You were once, say, a size, whatever it was, you are likely to get back there, but it will take time. Especially if you've been pregnant back to back, your system is not likely to revert back to how you were before. Sometimes it's a sacrifice, it's the price you pay for the joy of motherhood. And there are people who will pay $1 million to be in your shoe. Because they wish to be called a biological mother, but they are not there yet. So it's about being grateful for what you have. You went through a process to give birth. The price you gave was you put on some weight. You're likely to lose some. You may never get back to how you were, but nobody is ever the same every day. We all change over time. So it's not about perfection, the progress, and the fact that you are grateful that there was a price you paid to give birth, to have this joy of motherhood. So sometimes there's a trade-off. Sometimes there's a trade-off. You have to give something to get something. But it's achievable to get back to whatever weight you desire to. It might just take a little longer. Doesn't mean you will never get there. So enjoying the process of whatever it is you want to achieve is more important than expecting a quick result. So enjoy the process of going to the gym. Enjoy the process of being on diet. Enjoy the process of appreciating the product of the sacrifice you give. There are lots of women who go through cesarean section, who put on a lot of weight, and there's a lot of change in their body shape and everything. If you consider that there's a woman who will pay $1 million to be called a biological mother, the sort of, being how your weight was will vanish.
So it means that you can still appreciate every moment you find yourself in. That's what you're saying,
Yes, every moment you enjoy it. You become fully aware of whatever it is that is at your disposal. At that point, your weight may not be as desired, but what is at your disposal at that point? You have a baby, you have a child. You are called a mother, a biological mother. You have a family. There are people who are single, who are not even in a relationship. You are married or you have a child. So there are a lot of things working for you that you should focus on. No one has everything that they want in life. There are always ups and downs. So that again is about expectations. There's always going to be ups and downs. If you expect it, if you are pregnant, once you get pregnant, expect that you're going to put on some weight. So that when it comes, it's not surprising. So you see, if you were not expecting that I was figure so and so, you were not expecting that if I get pregnant, I'll put on weight. Then it comes like, how come? No, you expect that you're likely to put on some weight. And again, your genetics is not the same as another person's. So somebody might give birth and go back to their former shape you are not that person. That person is not you. We are all different. How we handle things differ from one person to the other.
Indeed. And one of the things which you mentioned earlier, which also puts a lot of pressure on people, is finances.
Yes.
There are people who are working a lot and are expecting to see at least a certain level of financial stability, and they are still not getting there, and it looks like they will never get there. What do you tell them mentally to handle this?
So everything is achievable, but you see, it's about adding value to yourself. Whatever it is you're doing, if you add value, it's not about the hours you spend at the table. It's about the value you bring to the table. So a specialist comes to speak with somebody for 5 minutes and get paid an amount of money that somebody will have to work for the whole month for. The difference is a whole year for. The difference is the value that specialist brings on board, that consultant brings on board, as compared to everybody else. So wherever you are, first of all, aside appreciating what you have, you don't have to necessarily settle. Add value to yourself. Acquire more qualifications, more experience, all that, as you position yourself for greater heights. So appreciate what you have, but add value to yourself, because the moment you add value to yourself, how much you are paid for your hours change.
Another area that you mentioned again has to do with relationships.
Yes.
What do you tell? And you know, I was happy when you mentioned that you're married complaining, somebody is single.
Yes.
How do you, what word do you have for those who perhaps are single, want to get married, those who are married feel like, I wish I never got married? And whichever stage they find themselves in terms of relationship, what word do you have for them?
So life is it's a cocktail. There are good moments, there are bad moments. Those in a relationship, good moment, bad moment. Those who are single, good moment, bad moment. So you appreciate the good and you manage the bad. You understand? If you're in a relationship, if it's going on well, it won't go on well forever if you stop doing what was making it go on well. You understand? So it's about expectations management in every aspect of life. Yes. So if you are single and you're looking to go into a relationship, it's work. You have to put in some work. If you're in marriage, you have to put in some work. Social media is what has distorted a lot of perceptions of almost all of us. Everybody, these days, people marry yesterday and they're on TikTok or wherever with couples contents. And they're the happiest in the whole world. There's nothing like that. It's not real. Do you understand? Nobody puts out their sad moment. In our line of work, I get to see people who are smiling to the camera, who are happy looking on camera, but they're in my consulting room sobbing, crying. And I have to keep dishing out the tissue like that. But if you go look at their timeline, they look happier than everybody else on earth.
Yeah.
But here so what we all need to know is everybody is fighting a silent battle.
Yeah.
Just yesterday I was with my godfather and he said the same words, that there are people who depend on him. And I was with this man who was kind of dishing out rice and money to people. They keep telling me, oh, we just came to greet you. We all used to do that those days. And they come for money. But he told me, son, a lot of people don't even know I have challenges of my own.
Yeah.
They have their own perception of what I am supposed to be. They feel I have everything. No. Every individual is fighting a silent battle. Nobody comes telling everybody has it on their forehead what they are going through. We all try to
compose ourselves.
You know, be in an act mode and all that. Yeah. So everybody's fighting a silent battle. Whatever you are going through, you are not alone.
You're not alone. Well, any final word? 30 seconds.
Okay, so what I would say is the year has started. There's no universal time for success. Whatever it is you want to achieve, be gentle with yourself, set realistic goals, and enjoy the process till you get there.
Be gentle with yourself. You've said it several times,
Yes.
but and I love it. Just, be kind to yourself. Thank you so much, Dr.
Most
Albert
welcome.
Sedo here,
Yes.
a psychiatrist with the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. Thank you for coming in and sharing those thoughts
Most
with
welcome.
us. Yes, so hope you got something that would help you start your year right. But at this time, we need to find out who is getting 1,000 CDs home. Today is a Friday. At least it's a good weekend. 1,000 in addition to what you already had. Fantastic. 0241 202 -- 0241 202 -- So if this is your number, congratulations to you. You got 1,000 Ghana cedis after playing. Happy weekend. All right, so let's find out which of you is celebrating your birthday today, the 2nd of January 2026. We want to help you celebrate your day and ensure that at least it's more special for you today. So let's see who is celebrating the birthday today. All right, let's start with Yvonne. Oh, Yvonne Nikwe, TV3 3FM Eastern Regional Correspondent. Fantastic lady. Yvonne, happy birthday to you from all of us, myself, Cookie, Shadrach, Akable, the entire newsroom. Happy birthday to you. We love you.
AKA Grandpa Quincy. God bless your new age.
Mariam Abdole of Kukumimle. Higher dimension from Nana.
Pastor Samuel Kumsin, you have played a major role in my life. That's from, Shadi May from Shadrach. Happy birthday to you, Pastor.
Mrs. Joanna Isumen, God bless you. It's from your entire family.
Godfrey DeYoung, God bless you from your entire family.
Ohimaya Kunedua Brefi from the Royal Home of Otumfo. Otumfo Nana. Happy birthday to you, Nana.
Yes. Yeah, she's very beautiful. Sedem Clothing, remain blessed. It's from Brenda. Is that from you? It's from you? Okay, so it's from Brenda and the family. Brenda Dugan. Charlie, your designer, guess what? Yeah, it herself no be easy.
Wow. Then blonde, Anna.
Blonde hair. Yeah.
Oh, wow. With some boy inside.
Rebecca Azani, may God bless and increase you in all aspects of your life. It's from Alaji, your boss. Sergeant Abdul Salam Tete of Wipe District Police, be favored beyond measure from your wife. Joshua Kaku Samba. Oh, I like the traditional photo shoot, eh?
Yeah, and then
I see.
Is it a bit of an umbrella? Or
no. What is it called? That local instrument. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one Atongo Zimba plays.
Atongo, yes, plays. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yep. Let's move on quickly. Niai, CEO of Choco TV, God bless you, is from Bernard Garcia. Happy birthday to you.
Okay.
Leading firewoman Salome Mofat of the Ghana National Fire Service Regional Headquarters Substation.
I love her
is from your friends and your entire family. Okay. Amina Mohammed, God bless you, is from Mohammed Ilyasu Jr. Okay, Nana Kosia Brown of Kumasi Pankrono. I don't know why I like this name, Pankrono.
Yeah, it's nice.
But
It became very popular after he was sent there.
I see. Happy first birthday, Nana Equia. Now, why you put no address?
I'm telling you.
For there. Nana Equia every year. Mommy
Did she
address
have
so
makeup
papa.
on?
I don't know, no makeup. Hey. Olivia, what is from your mom? Olivia was saying, what dressing the papa?
Papa.
Okay, and this one is also for Davina Neiram Dake. It's from your parents and your siblings. Happy birthday, cute one.
Wow.
Okay, Mrs. Juliana Obeng, happy birthday to you. I think this is the last one for the day. And who is celebrating their birthday today? Oh, yesterday was Joyce Bauer Mokhtari's birthday.
Yes.
Auntie Joyce, happy birthday to you one more time.
Former transport minister and now legal advisor to the president, right? Yes.
Yeah. There was somebody who was celebrating their birthday yesterday as well. Yeah, I cannot remember. But anyway.
Are there further birthdays?
That's our show for today. So today is 2nd of January already.
It's running on.
Monday, everybody 5th. Listen, if you have anything to do this year, you better do it. If you have people to love, you better love them.
Yeah.
If you have people to appreciate, you better appreciate them. If you have goals that you need to smash, you better start smashing them. Because, when we're doing the recap and we went into Parliament, during the vetting when it was
the chaotic scene.
It felt like just 3 days ago.
Yeah,
it was
I felt
so
the
fresh.
same. Yeah,
yes, it was so fresh on my mind. And then I said, "What?
Yes.
This happened in January?
Yes,
it's impossible.
In February and then in July.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
By the time you just open your eyes and open it, December will be here again. Yeah. Do what must be done. Period.
And what can we
do? What must be done.
And that's our show for today.
Yeah.
And we are sending goodbye to
Daryl.
Yeah, Daryl.
Yeah. Nobody knows Daryl.
You see why I said?
Daryl, come and stand this way. Come and stand
this way. Come.
Yeah. Come and stand this way. He's so tall.
Yeah.
Yes. So this is Daryl, our intern who's been in the production room. Daryl, you are an amazing human being. God bless you. And I'm told you're leaving to come back maybe sometime later during the year, September. You surely have to come back. We had a good time with you. Thank you for everything.
He's the one who has been using the iPhone.
We are using his iPhone right now to shoot what is happening here in studio.
Yeah, and he's been using us to build. He's been using us to build his social media. When he does the videos with us, like he gets a lot of hits. So
he does a good job.
We'll miss you, Daryl. All the best. All the best. All the best.
See ya.
All the best. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of our program, and we'll see you on Monday.
Bye-bye.
I tried the kafum boom boom, say my mama girl no kafum.